For one, wasn't expecting that. Okay. Fair warning, rabbit holes are kind of slim pickings so far this morning. So it's one of those you get what you get kind of things. And there's a lot of V this morning. All right, here we go.
So it seems like we have a little bit of an update on the whole Bao situation. Now, this one has been a pretty interesting one, as yesterday we talked about the fact that she was getting quite a bit of hate and a lot of, backlash over a post that she made doing a Crunchyroll sponsor, where essentially, Crunchyroll aren't well liked already, but she's also under fire for the whole kind of Sykkuno stuff, where essentially she talked about it quite a while ago, back in October, I guess, like hinting at it when she got this kind of backlash for this tweet without even knowing it was about Sykkuno. And then obviously, yeah, months later, it all came out, all this Sykkuno stuff came out. And yeah, she's been essentially reposting some of the stuff that people have been putting out about it, but that's about it. And a lot of people were questioning, whether if she was going to talk about it or not. And she also locked replies on the original Crunchyroll post, which some people were not happy about. Now, again, she essentially, after that though, went live and actually went live for 10 minutes to essentially talk about her side of things whenever it comes to the Sykkuno situation. So we're going to go through this and yeah, we're going to talk about exactly what is going on with this situation as a whole. So let's get into it.
A few weeks ago, a girl approached me, and she asked if a tweet I made last year was about, we all know who, and she revealed to me that it was her boyfriend, if it was true that the tweet was about her boyfriend. I said yes, and I asked her if she would like to join a Discord call with me. And in that call, I told her what I've heard from other girls. Girls often at various, events where I meet people, they share with me their negative experiences with him, and that he often tries to solicit sex from them. At this point, I felt that it wasn't right of me to speak on anyone's behalf. So instead of me going straight into the details that were shared in confidence with me, I got her in contact with girls who were affected by this person to share their experiences with her one-on-one. At that point, I just got them in contact with each other. And after our phone call...
So, first of all, it's already seeming like she has had a pretty big, role to play in terms of behind the scenes and kind of coordinating things, at least between some of the people that, obviously were affected by Sykkuno. So, obviously, I think she's referring to a lot of the, people that he was talking to and that he was lying to about, obviously not being a relationship when he was. So again, that's who she's referring to when she's talking about that. Yeah.
I don't know what was divulged between the conversations between her and the other girls. I was more so focused on her safety.
Oh, she's also got her chat and
was wanting to move out
in emote only.
And during that time, I tried my best to keep in contact with her and make sure she's safe. Gave her as much help as possible to make the move as fast and smooth as possible. This is me, telling her pretty much everything that helped me a lot with my recent move. As you all know, I recently moved. That was, it's a lot, especially in a short amount of time. And she shared with me that friends from out of state would be flying in to help her move. But at the last minute, she decided to talk to her boyfriend. She broke no contact. She wanted to stay, and I, after, helping her, doing what I could, I'm sure her friends also shared the same sentiment as me. We all tried our best.
She sounds genuinely rattled over all of this.
There's nothing anyone could really do. It was her decision, and I think the only thing I could do at that point was respect it and left it at that. But not long after, this is her deciding not to move.
Yeah, obviously this is referring to the girlfriend of Sykkuno. I'm pretty sure the one who obviously was cheated on and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, it seems like she was ready to go. It seems like she was ready to just you know, move out and whatever, and then for some reason decided to stay. And obviously, as we saw in the response video, the response tweet that Sykkuno put out with the girlfriend, all of that kind of stuff, it seems like yeah, they were like working on things and that they decided to stay. You know, and even now they still decided to stay. So yeah, obviously that's what they said. They said, "Hi, Bao, I'm sorry it's been a bit since I got back to you. I wanted to let you know what was going on, but I imagine it'll probably be confusing for you to hear. Essentially, I left for something with Blank. I decided to go see Blank. Something was pushing me to see him before I left, so I decided to go. I don't think it's really helpful for me to go into details, but basically I was shown some things that really made me doubt my decision on leaving. After talking with him for a long time and after seeing these things, I decided it wasn't the choice I wanted to make anymore, so I didn't end up leaving." Which, yeah, is obviously interesting.
And you know, I feel like I had did what I could to try and get her out of a very awful situation, but again, you still have to respect your friend's boundaries, and if that was her decision, that was her decision. So
Are they actually friends?
But then, not long after, a VTuber would contact my mod for completely like unrelated thing. But
so obviously this kind of gives you a little bit of a timeline of what has gone on, right? So essentially, you know, there's been some, you know, issues before with Sykkuno, right? And it has been a thing already. And then, you know, the girlfriend was planning on leaving, and then the girlfriend didn't end up leaving, and then now I think we're getting onto the Himamol stuff where, you know, she contacted Bao and all of this kind of stuff about it, right? And maybe some other VTubers as well.
coincidentally, while they were chatting, she mentioned going on a date with Sykkuno, and I was pretty alarmed because in her last message to me, she was shown things that made her doubt her decision on leaving. So, you know, it seemed that things were looking up for their relationship, but that didn't make sense because the VTuber showed me and my mod screenshots of him talking to her as early as 30 minutes ago at this point in time. And so I went back to the girlfriend and told her.
So essentially, you know, it seems like all of this stuff happened, right? And then they said, oh, they're going to work on it. And then, of course, yeah, Bao got hit with the message saying, like, you know, oh, he was just talking with me like 30 minutes ago, which obviously means that maybe he's not really planning on working on things, right? And I think everyone could agree on that, right? So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy, right?
Hey, do you know anything about this VTuber? She said no, and I told her, I really think you should ask your boyfriend to see his DMs with her, and decide for yourself, you know, like, is he really being honest with you?
I'm pretty sure she's referring to Himamol there. I think she's obviously avoiding names for obvious reasons, but I think she's talking about Himamol. It could be Ophelia as well. Yeah.
And at that point, I'm still just doing what she's requested of me. She wanted to talk to the girl one-on-one. I put them in a group chat and I immediately left. I felt that this was much more than I bargained for. You know, I was already feeling like I was at my wit's end. I can't really force anyone to make the right decisions or do anything they don't want to do. And I felt that, you know, I've done what I could while respecting everyone's boundaries. And that is what I felt was the right thing to do. I, of course, have known for a while, as well as a lot of other people, that this guy's kind of just, he's no good. And I felt that, you know, I already kind of had my taste of what I guess would happen if things went public. That's, again, like, everything that I did to this point was completely private, and I'm not really sure what else I can share or divulge to prove that I am, I guess, like a lot of people are making my role out to be a lot more than it actually was. I honestly just got these girls in contact with each other, and
Yeah, so essentially, you know, the reason why she's doing this entire kind of stream thing is
Because
because
people are killing the
a lot of people
messenger
say
on
she's
this
like
one.
the big orchestrator behind everything, and that she's like this giant mastermind, and you know, all of this kind of stuff. Now, again, you know, obviously there's still been different points that people have been arguing, but from what I've seen here, it does just seem like she was kind of putting people in contact. Now, again, you can see that as, you know, any way you want, whether you think that is kind of you know, manipulative or whatever. I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, it's one of these things where, you know, she has been talking to this girlfriend before and, you know, has helped her out in the past whenever it comes to this kind of stuff, right? And obviously noticed this thing with Himamo and decided to, you know, let her know about it, because I think that's what any good, you know, friend or good person would do, is let them know about it. Even if, you know, the girlfriend was like, oh, you know, it's fine, we're working on it, whatever, that's fine, right? But again, it seems like what Bao was doing was essentially just going, you know, oh, hey, there's this person that's saying all this stuff, let me add you to a group chat with it, and then I'll leave. And then added her to a group chat, and then of course we saw a lot of the screenshots from the group chat of Himamo showing all this stuff, and the girlfriend getting pretty overwhelmed with all of the information that was coming out. So again, it seems like she was the one that was just kind of putting people in contact behind the scenes, and it makes a lot more sense whenever you see the Sykkuno response as well, because obviously, you know, the girlfriend says that she was kind of working on things behind the scenes, which is like exactly what we saw here, and that's probably one of the reasons why Bao didn't tweet about it, you know, actually explicitly, right? Because of course we had this tweet where she kind of vague posted about it, but she never actually fully, you know, dropped a big thing about it, right? Because I think at this time back in October, it was whenever they were having like private kind of what do you call it, they were sorting it out, right? Sykkuno and the girlfriend privately.
2 seconds. 2 seconds. I need to get some ice for my hand.
Sorting out together, and then I think with the whole Himamo stuff added onto it later on, and obviously it clearly not working and him not changing, that could, you know, obviously further it even further. But it seems
What
like
do I want to do
he hasn't
first
just
today?
gotten a second chance. I think he's now gotten a third chance, which I think is pretty crazy. You know, of course, as I said, it's completely their decision in what they want to do going forwards, especially his girlfriend. But that feels like a third chance, right? Because obviously, you know, he had the first one with all of this kind of so he had the second chance with the whole kind of you know, stuff in the beginning with a lot of people coming to Bao about their own experiences with him, and then it seems like now with the Himamo stuff, that she didn't know about after already learning about the first stuff. She gave him a second chance, and then now he kind of misplaced that trust again in that second chance, and now he's on to his third chance, which I think is pretty crazy. But you know, of course, as I said, it's completely up to them what they do, right? But in terms of their own relationship and all that kind of stuff.
And I didn't have to, but I did because, well, it seemed like at this point, since so many girls were involved, they should at least be in contact with each other. And also, my biggest thing is it's not really my place to speak on behalf of anyone. I don't think nothing. I'm personally not a victim. I personally have never been in a situation with this guy, but these other girls have. That's pretty much all I have to say. Sorry if things are a little jumbled. I don't want to mention any more names and add fuel to the fire. I think that emotions are really high because people are hurt and confused and are looking for answers in the wrong places. And I think it would do a lot of good if people hopped off online. And yeah, that's kind of it. I've been offline for the most part, and I hope you guys can follow suit. I highly recommend it. And yeah, I just wanted to clear that up since my name is mentioned in the doc, but if you did read it, I just got the girls in contact with each other.
So yeah, it seems like this was exactly what people were kind of looking for whenever it comes to a response in terms of her side of the story in the Humamol situation. Now, her saying that she isn't involved at all or doesn't want to be involved or whatever, right? I don't think she says she's not been involved at all, but she says that she doesn't want to be involved. I think you kind of did get yourself involved whenever you started, you know, obviously linking these people together. Of course, you know, you're not fully involved in the fact that you're not talking to them about it or anything like that, but still, I think you're involved in terms of the communications that have been going on, as well as the original tweet, right? I feel like you're kind of involved if you're writing a tweet like this directly talking about Sykkuno, right? So obviously that's what some people have been pretty angry at. And of course, yeah, the kind of main problem that people had was the fact that she hadn't talked about it, despite a lot of this kind of stuff that has come out, as well as her being involved in the Google Doc itself too. So again, a lot of people have been not so happy about that. We're just kind of trying to understand that, as well as a lot of the kind of backlash that's been coming out about you know, the girlfriend not being kind of told about the video and the Google Doc that was coming out. And I don't know, Bao never really clarified whether she knew a Google Doc was coming out or whether she knew that this was going to happen and come out publicly. From what it seems like, she didn't. But of course, she hasn't actually clarified that. So I would like some clarification on that, maybe whether, you know, she knew that this was going to happen, she knew this was going to go public or not. But yeah, it is very, very interesting, right? But that is essentially all she had to say in response to a lot of the stuff that's been going on. I assume it was kind of brought up due to the amount of backlash that she got on this one post here for her sponsored Crunchyroll post, because of course, yeah, as I said, she had to lock, or said she had to lock the files. I'm pretty sure she locked the files in the beginning, and of course there's been a lot of quote retweets of it was yeah, people saying you know, they locked the files, things like that, which is quite funny. But yeah, I mean, that is essentially all there is for this situation. Just kind of want to keep you guys up to date on what is going on. If you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Tazza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.
Awaiting transfer to transport position. Well done, Descendant.
I'm still fascinated by this Sekuno character. If you're not caught up, he's involved in a controversy where women accused him of being a predator, except for the fact that all those women were adults, and he is an adult as well. And the women are just ass hurt over the fact that he did one night stand with them. And so, because of that, right, like because those women had sex with him and then they were abandoned, they tried to Me Too him. And the reason it's funny is because it just doesn't work anymore. Like, these types of accusations would have worked flawlessly in 2020. But now people are so sick and tired of seeing men being ruined and the word predator being watered down that no one is siding with the host. And the hosts themselves are something to behold. Like, I already made a video with one, and she's like, I would never sleep with anyone outside of dating. Never. Unless he's Chad Kun, the millionaire. In that case, of course I will sleep with him, and I will lie to him that I want the pill so I can get pregnant, and then hook him with child support, hook him with child support. No, seriously, I mean, but now they're digging. Right now they're digging, and apparently the offense necromancers have clips resurfaced, right? Like, the tradition of digging into someone is so deep that it even creates words in the English language, like in the context of videos that are resurfacing. It's like, motherfucker, if a video was posted in front of billions of people and it didn't create a controversy then, I don't give a shit. But okay, fine, let's see. What exactly did he say that is so outrageous?
I'll be totally honest, guys. So I'm like 20-something years old, right? And in that time, you know, there aren't too many people that have, hold on, let me turn on sad music for this. Most of my life, you know, like, a lot of people see me say stuff like, girls aren't into me and stuff like that, you know? And they think I'm meaner, they think I'm trolling, they think I'm messing with people. But the fact is, guys, for most of my life, I haven't really had many friends, and people really haven't been into me. I do think I'm really lucky I started streaming, and there's so many nice people out there that are really kind to me. Really appreciate all you guys.
Okay, so this is why the women are accusing him of being the manipulator. He is the master puppeteer, you know? He has like a level of diabolical intellect, and all these ladies, they're just falling for it, right? Because, of course, how can you know if a guy is lying, right? Like, without fact checkers, without like someone else telling them that there was absolutely no clue here that he's bullshitting, right? So like, because women believed him that he genuinely is lonely and miserable, they had sex with him, and then they were shocked when they found out that he actually has a girlfriend. Right, okay, so again, the fact that he's a billionaire, the fact that he looks like a South Korean pop idol, the fact that he has tens of thousands of viewers, none of that would have been a hint that chances are he is bullshitting. Like the fact that he is an entertainer and he understands that in order to get super chats, he has to play the sympathy thing. None of that is a hint, right? Again, these women want to vote. They want to vote, and they can't tell when someone is lying to them. How are they telling when politicians are lying to them, for Christ's sake?
Oh, they just believe them.
How do
They go
know
on
when
the
they
vibes.
Buy a car or make a loan for a university, and the person is in blemishing, but it's basically like literally telling them what they want to hear. And again, we're talking about the same ladies that are VTubers, right? Like, the entire industry, as I mentioned before, is specifically designed to create parasocial relationships with their fans so that they donate. And that chick that I had the video with previously, she literally said, when I went to Evil Las Vegas alone, in reality, I wasn't alone. So in other words, she told her chat, right, that she is going alone. Why do you think she did that? Huh? Like, why did she lie to her chat? Oh, specifically, because the chat doesn't need to know if she has a boyfriend, if she's in a relationship. In fact, they get really upset if people are asking, right? Because they understand the business model. They genuinely get it, right? They're not retarded. They pretend to be. And so the reason that they really hate this guy is because they see themselves in him. They are doing to them what they are doing to their chat. Well, of course, you know, like in this case, the guy is sleeping around with them, right? But they're not sleeping around with chat. They're just taking money. They're extracting resources from the chat. And I have no problem with that. Again, as I mentioned in my previous video, right? If a woman wants to create parasocial relationship online and take the money from innocent young men, that's fine. I know my son isn't going to do that. And if he does, I have the medicine for it. Like, I will immediately take him to a brothel in Germany so he can get some pussy and demystify the concept of women. Like, if he's going to start paying for women, might as well get some action, right? I guarantee to you, like 2 or 3 trips to Germany, and he will not be interested in VTubers. But I don't care what other people do, right? Like, other people need to figure out their families by themselves. And so, like, I don't mind if some chick goes around and starts VTubing and gets super chats from incels, right? But what I do mind is when she starts using the word predator willy-nilly, watering it down, basically saying that what she does to other men is fine, but when men do it to her, all of a sudden she's being manipulated, she's being bamboozled, oh, the inhumanity. And by the way, you know, regarding this guy, yeah, he's a cheater, you know, like, but he's not part of my family, right? He's not marrying with my family. And these women as well, it's like, okay, so just because, like, he's a lonely guy, does that mean you need to fuck him? And by the way, another question.
There's a ton of ugly guys who are lonely too.
Oh, well, the age difference. The age difference. He is so mature. Why the fuck were you talking with someone like him? Right? Like, if you're 20 years old and he is 35, and you're basically saying, well, because of the age difference, there's a power dynamic. Why are you even talking with the guy that's 35? You're 20 years old. According to you, you're but a child. You should not, like, when I was a kid, I wasn't talking to adults. Like, are there not guys your age? Are there not people in the chat that you can form a relationship with? Huh? You gotta talk to 35. And not even that, right? Like, these ladies are really low-tier streamers. Why are they talking to a guy that has, like, millions of fans? Why, you know, why are they punching above their weight? What do they think is going to happen? And the stories as well, like, we already went through that. It's like, oh, I didn't know. He just asked me to come to his hotel room for Netflix and chill. How was I supposed to know? It's like, oh, come on. You know? And so, the more the story goes on, the more women come out to embarrass themselves. Like, this is like something else that used to happen during the Me Too era, right? You would have a famous streamer. And all of a sudden, a girl would step forward with some flimsy accusation. And usually, like, some of them even had, like, the same bullshit story where, like, literally nothing wrong happened. I remember, like, one accused a guy that was running a World of Warcraft guild. And it was, like, a similar story. Like, they rented an apartment together. He got in bed with her. She said no. He accepted and then made her sleep on the couch and started asking her to pay rent. And she was like, oh my goodness, like, how can he do this to me? Like, I don't have the money, and then. It's like, well, isn't this like something that you should have discussed beforehand? I mean, anyway, right, well, whatever. But, like, my point is, like, they would come up with accusations like that, and as long as, like, she pissed her eyes on camera and she acted a little bit gloomy, every single person was like, oh my
is it
goodness,
this one?
oh, this is so bad. And the guy would get banned from Twitch, right? Like, the guy, it's not like people would unfollow the
It
guy.
might
No,
be.
he'd get banned by the Twitch moderation team. And then the chick would get, like, a lot of subscribers. And what would happen is that immediately other chicks would come out, you know, and they would not even bring evidence. They would also, like, just tell stories. And everyone would believe them because, like, the first chick brought some flimsy evidence, usually a twit moment. That was the thing back then. And you have the same situation now, except there is no more Twitch moderation to ban people. There is no more censorship.
Damn.
People are genuinely saying exactly what they're believing, and they're believing that
That
women are
fucking splash is insane
and
now.
so,
What
like,
the
when
hell?
chicks come out to share their stories,
Holy
they get affiliated
shit.
as well. And it's just like a train wreck. Like
I
it's
kinda wasted that.
Fascinating to see. You know, like they literally cannot leave the room, and you can definitely tell that all of them are malicious, right? Because like nothing happened here. It's like two adults having sex. Like sure, it makes more interesting gossip. Like if you're his girlfriend, you're probably devastated. If I was the father of the girlfriend, he would be devastated. But I'm not, right? So like, I generally don't care. To me, it's amusing. It's fun. It's like, what the fuck? Why are you washing your laundry in public? That's my question. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Thank you.
Oh my god, I couldn't fucking move. There was a thing on the left. Oh man, how did that miss? Someone's. Oh my god. It's always one more, man. Oh, I got docked one for that one stupid death.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my. Yeah, that's a dude.
As
Oh,
you
fuck.
can't be the one making these determinations.
I kind of wish we had that clip now.
So she turns up at the wedding, and the bride's got a nice rack.
And the woman that they actually had playing the girl that was getting married, she's actually trans, and I don't know if people knew that.
I just thought she was ugly.
Yeah, that's
well,
a dude.
I said she had a nice rack.
Hey, the one scene.
Got you. A trap.
So when
A trap.
it's a trap.
So I think they're setting up the villain to be an incel, and it's probably one of the dudes she dated.
It's all right, man.
Oh my God.
Hey, Az, you didn't fucking jerk off to her, did you?
He did. He did.
Nerderotic.com.
In the ass again tonight, darling? Why?
Okay, so Christopher Eccleston came out a couple of weeks ago and said, I'll return to Doctor Who after you sack Jane Tranter, sack Russell T. Davies, sack Phil Collins, and it's got to be a female. That's one of the greatest clips ever, by the way.
Not Phil Collins. He's okay.
Sack Phil Collins.
Collinson.
Phil Collins.
Okay, we're doubling down. Okay.
Sack Peter Gabriel.
Sack Russell T. Davis, sack Jane Tranter, sack Phil Collinson, sack Julie Gardner, and I'll come back.
Phil Collinson, you're right. And Eccleston had a problem, and I think because he's bipolar, and he mentioned early on that he kind of hung out with, he didn't really hang out with the producers or stars. He hung out with the crew. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
He didn't like, I guess they were treated kind of shitty at first, and he didn't like it. And somehow he got involved in the argument between them two, those two, and then it blew up. You know, but also it sounds like that Russell T. Davies learned early on that this guy's going to be a major pain in the ass, and we can't do multiple seasons with this guy. So
wait,
they had brought in
no,
David
it still
Tennant,
has
like,
levels
way earlier than they said. Maybe from the very beginning.
He had worked with David Tennant on Casanova.
Tech.
Casanova.
Oh, it does it again. Yeah, it has everything tech.
But now he's saying this. Christopher Eccleston attacks woke TV bosses for turning white middle-aged men into toxic villains and claims they think their audiences are stupid in blistering rant. Based?
Wait, is there a clip for this?
Is there a based?
He doesn't call them woke. That's an interjection from the Daily Mail, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, are you questioning the ethics of the Daily Mail, Az?
Yes.
How dare you, sir?
Yes, I am.
Is hypothermia the single target one?
No, he's in a Netflix series.
I think it is.
Netflix series where he's playing like a cult leader, and he didn't want to be just another white, middle-aged, straight dude that was being portrayed as a villain. So he worked with he's claiming to have worked with Netflix to give his character more of a sympathetic background involving abuse. Loss of his son, wasn't it? Yeah, loss of his son and alcoholism.
There's a great trend in drama. So it's on Radio Times, so there's no video. It'd be great to hear the context of this. There's a great trend in drama at the moment for antagonists who are toxic, white, apparently heterosexual, late middle-aged men.
That's us.
I mean, he's not wrong. Every bad guy now has to be that because of diversity. So you can't have like Punisher shoot a Mexican gang. You know?
I like the Az holds his hand of saying that's us after the apparently heterosexual. Apparently.
Well, as we've already established this episode of Real BBC Baller, I may have made a mistake once or twice. So I think when it comes to being heterosexual, I think the word apparently is okay. to be prefaced in front of it, you know?
fucking Daily Mail. These articles are unreadable.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. But yeah, he doesn't say anything woke, but he also says masculinity is in crisis, and it seems it's particularly white working class boys who are being neglected, left to rot by governments, and targeted by the far right.
He's nearly there. He's not quite there, but he's
Not
nearly
quite there. Yeah. So as an ex-working class white boy, I can, if I can, to address some of these things, masculinity shouldn't be contingent on other people's oppression.
Which is, I think that's a good statement. I think that's a good statement personally. I think a lot of problems are pushed in front of other people's, and I think you need to have perceived oppression.
Yeah.
As opposed to people's, there's a lot of perceived oppression out there, and there's a lot of
duration. I
excuses.
assume this has duration.
I can't
It
do
does.
this because this is too. You know how many times we've heard Oscar's too white, this too white, the other too white. Not enough diversity in this. So yeah, he's quite right with that.
I mean, how many times did we used to see on
Tech,
Twitter back in the Jack
tech,
Dorsey days,
tech,
like
tech,
especially on like International Women's
do
Day?
I have a
would
tech
be like, what
that,
if men just didn't exist?
Oh, they still do that now.
Oh yeah, they still. And it's like, well, you
Chill.
died. But elsewhere, Doctor Who
Tech.
writer Russell T Davies warned last
Not a lot
month
to pick
that
from here.
his new show is woke on a colossal
Chill,
scale.
power, boost, range. I need cooldown.
I want to bring this back to the people who go,
Cost cooldown.
how can you say Doctor Who is woke when it's always been woke?
Power
By the way,
cooldown. That could be good.
define woke. Who said it was woke?
Cooldown
Russell T
cost,
Davies right there when he said it was
fusion.
going to be woke on a colossal scale. Eric Kripke when he said he's literally making fun of MAGA.
Yeah.
Like, well, I think it's pretty even to both sides, the boys. No, it's not. When the showrunner admits it's not, it's not. And will
It
be
used to be
hated
a long time
as
ago.
he ditches the BBC in favor
Correct. Correct.
of Channel 4.
Correct.
Favor and favor of Channel 4. From the team behind the groundbreaking Queer as Folk gritty Channel 4 series, Tiptoe will follow two neighbors.
Read this. Read it.
As two neighbors. Oh, God. Hang on. You moved it. We'll follow two neighbors played by acting legends Alan Cumming and David Morrissey, who end up becoming enemies as the world becomes less tolerant and more divisive.
Whoa.
So he's writing about gay stuff.
Again, I mean,
Right, what you know.
for a change.
Yeah, he didn't. Christopher Eccleston didn't
Right,
say
what you
woke,
know.
but he's not wrong about how the villains are portrayed, and it's just out of necessity because Hollywood or over the entertainment branch in the BBC, they can't portray anybody else as villains. You know, how many AI incel far right wing groups can they make? I mean, that's the bad guy in everything. We have two superhero shows out that have very similar themes, guys. Wouldn't you
Well,
say?
like near identical, I would say.
Little close.
Check cooldown. I could actually just afford to leave this. I don't need fire rate.
It's like Republican, Trump, and ICE, and it's the same with Daredevil, and it's the same with the boys. It's like it's an identical.
How much of Born Again have you guys seen?
Unfortunately, I've seen all of this season.
All of it.
Yeah.
Season 2. Yeah, I'm caught up.
It was like a high top tweet where he said like he even admits the writing is like really bad, but he was like, but at least I get to watch ICE agents get beaten the fuck out and killed. It's like,
Yeah, I saw
oh,
that.
Okay. This is what I meant. I said this, I think, I can't remember if it was open bar or not, but I was like, what a boring fucking person you must be to be like, I don't care about the writing as long as it just agrees with whatever I think about stuff.
Who said that?
That was High Top. He's iconic for retarded shit. Don't worry about it.
So I love the cope of this story was written before the the election and all the ICE raids, and I'm all, yeah, it's based on the allegory of the last time.
Yeah, and it's not as if immigration hasn't been like a massive talking point for absolutely years in the US now.
Yeah. And I know the showrunners for some reason were getting they're like, could the actors please calm down with the allegorical talk? But it's clearly there. Like, why wouldn't the actors talk about it at this point? It's relevant to this time. Disney put out a trailer with I think I even sent it to you, Mahler. Hang on. With critic reactions, right? Hang on. I'll just read it. I couldn't tell you who this is, but like at the end of the trailer, it says thematically timely, and it's just a giant Trump allegory with Kingpin. And you've taken this great villain and reduced him to some modern political allegory. Because in the Netflix series, it was Kingpin Begins. It was, you were seeing the origin of the Kingpin, but we were still kind of waiting to see that in control, in command, scary as hell, really smart, and chill Kingpin. Kingpin's not a guy who spazzes out all the time.
Nerdrotic.com, please.
Welcome to the Anti-Semitism Hour. So, Israel released 10 names on a list that the government considers them to be the biggest anti-Semites. None of them rival Emperor Hadrian, though. These are people that flap their mouth, right? So, talking poses a great existential danger for Israeli society. And you gotta wonder, though, like, what nation would do something like this? I mean, imagine if the European Union would list a name of the 10 most anti-white people on Earth, and they would include the name of African politicians, some American far-left extremists, right? Like, how would that be viewed? And the answer is exactly the same way that this anti-Semitic list should be viewed. With the exact same amusement. Now, to make a list where you include Greta Thunberg, Tucker Carlson, and Nick Fuentes in the same bucket is a little bit deranged, isn't it? But the reason it happens is because of something that I want you guys to use in your lexicon from now on. It's called concept creep. This is actually something that's studied by social scientists. And concept creep starts with something that genuinely means a bad thing. Like, for example, the word trauma. Trauma was initially used for injuries suffered by soldiers in war, right? But as time moves on, the concept becomes broader and broader to where you can have a person saying, I saw what was written on Twitter and it traumatized me. Nazi is another example, right? Like, Nazi started as a member of the National Socialist Party, and now it can mean someone that's not a leftist, like someone that's against mass immigration. This is called concept creep. People do it because it's strategically convenient. Like, if you have something like misogyny, right? So, like, a wife beater is misogynistic. It's an act that we need to crack down upon, you know? Like, we shouldn't allow people to beat their wives. And so we put a label on that in order to shame people. But the shame is convenient. Like, what if you want to label someone else that's not a wife beater, but you want the exact same shame to happen upon him? Well, then you concept creep. You dilute the word. And so you end up with misogyny, meaning disagreeing with Hillary Clinton, right? And the punishment for being misogynistic is still the same. It's social ostracization and it's getting fired. And so this is what happens with anti-Semitism. It's concept creep. Like, it became from, like, a genuine person that has a hatred towards Jewish people to now simply talk against Israel or perform any type of political activism that's against Israel, right? And it's not like the Israeli people, but like the current Israeli government, the current leadership of the government and its policies. And the thing is, like, it's not sustainable. What we notice is when you have, like, cases that become so ridiculous, because this is how concept creep usually dies, right? When you have, like, a couple of cases
Does
that
my
are
other
so
build have that
batshit
much
insane
HP?
that
I feel like
people
it
are
doesn't.
looking at it and they're saying, oh, wait, hold on a little bit. Like, Greta Thunberg is anti-Semitic. Like, why? Because she, like, went with a dinghy and tried to go to Palestine. But why the fuck didn't you allow her to go to Palestine?
Oh, yeah, it does.
You know, just
Wonder why it
open the
felt so
doors and
fucking
let
squishy
the
then.
chick go into Palestine. Like, why did you stop her? Let her fuck around and find out. But no, they did stop her. They did arrest her. They did exactly what she wanted because she's an activist, right? Like, her whole point is to cause the shit show. And now they're providing even more attention to her. And so people get to see this, and for them, anti-Semitism isn't going to be, you know, like someone like Emperor Hadrian that wants to rout out the Jews from Judea. No, anti-Semitism just becomes like Greta Thunberg, right? Like the same with misogyny. Like misogyny stops becoming being a wife beater and starts being disagreeing with Hillary Clinton. And when you go to that point, like the entire concept, the entire word just like evaporates, right? And it loses its magic overnight. This is what happened in America with racism. It's what happened with transphobia. It's what happened with Islamophobia. Eventually, you end up with cases that are so ridiculous that people generally stop caring about it. So, pedophilia, I think, is next, right? I saw Annie, the one that Elon Musk made, you know, with Grok. And she's got anime figure and stuff, and people were immediately calling everyone pedophiles for liking that, and they were saying that Elon Musk is a pedophile for making it. And so when you reach the level of absurd, and you're basically labeling someone a pedophile, they will think, oh, so you're talking like about Elon Musk. No, you're insane, just shut the fuck up. And it's going to be the same with anti-Semitism. Again, concept creep is the definition, right? And it can literally be applied to any type of stigma that existed in the past, which gets watered down to the point where it becomes useless. And the Israeli government is working overtime in managing concept creep on the word anti-Semitism. But not only that,
good. I can get that whenever I want.
Famous, right? Like, they name Nick Fuentes, they name Tucker Carlson, they name Greta, they name a couple of others that most of us probably wouldn't even think about. Like, the last time I heard about Greta Thunberg was when she dripped oil on her head and made a picture into some magazine. Right? It's like, I didn't even want to know that she still does activism. Like, without you, I wouldn't even be aware of her. But other people now, you know, would actually start looking into her. It's like, why is she anti-Semitic? And they will find out, well, because she wanted to bring relief to the poor people of Palestine. You know, she had her packages of vegan food over there, and she was on a ship, and she wanted to bring food to those people, but the evil Israeli government detained her. And they're basically doing exactly what she wanted. Like, they're advertising her activities, right? And so the question is, like, why is the Israeli government doing this? I generally think that this is like performative thing for their own people. Governments like investing as little resources as possible in a problem in order to act like they're interested in solving it.
So nothing will cool down.
And so by making a post, you know, with the top 10 anti-Semitic individuals,
what would you even need on
to
this?
The Jewish people in Israel that, look, we're actually fighting
at this
against
point. What do I need? I have duration,
right?
I have
when in
skill
reality,
power.
it
Not that I
costs
need it.
absolutely nothing to put the list up, and the
I
damage,
have cooldown
in my
figured
opinion,
out, sorted
is far
out.
higher than if they wouldn't have put it.
Would it be survivability? Is that the only thing
Right?
left?
But it is what it is. I guess we do live in the realm of social media where this type of performative
What do you
activism
need?
wouldn't have
Crit rate is
existed
still
in the 90s
relatively
or
high
early
for some
2000s
reason.
or 2010.
Which
But
could
now
always
it's
get
the
more.
call-out culture. So I guess Israel has called out Greta Thunberg, right? The most dangerous
crit.
anti-Semitist. Again, like, if Greta Thunberg is the most dangerous anti-Semitist, what this tells me is
Duration
that
could
anti-Semitism
be higher,
is
but not.
dangerous.
I don't really need it.
Like, if the thing that the government is most afraid of, right, like the thing that terrifies them the most is this young girl,
Tech.
well, it means that this is the ceiling, right? Like, there is nothing beyond her. There is nothing more scary
Crit rate's
than
not
Greta
bad.
Thunberg. And so, like,
Skill
the entire problem
power's
is
not
a
bad.
non-issue. I mean, you have managed to crack down on anti-Semitism so
Skill
much
cost,
that the most
crit rate,
anti-Semitic
defense,
person on
but
planet
but
Earth
tech
today
takes a
is
hit.
Greta
Yeah.
Thunberg. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think,
Duration,
and as
cost,
usual, I'll see
crit
you in the
damn.
comment section. Thank you.
It's not bad. Duration, range, defense, HP, tech, MP, crit damn. This is pretty good too, actually. Sync, nope. Sync, nope. Cooldown, nope. Tech, skill cost, not bad. There's a few of these I might be able to re-roll and see if I get something decent. Okay, so this one's fine. I'm not gonna use the. I don't want to lose any tech. No. 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 MP? No. Move on. Duration, cost, crit, defense, range, duration. This one I could reroll.
Now there's this video game coming up called Pragmata, in which you get to play as a guy defending this toaster. Right? Like, she's an android, she's a machine, she is a commercial
Cooldown
product
defense,
for
not bad. I mean, I don't need cooldown actually though.
No,
I think I'm maxed out already.
About the video game. But anyway, right, the video game looks a little bit like this.
Just, what are you?
I am DI-03367, a state-of-the-art pragmata created here at the Cradle. I possess basic life-saving...
How about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Yeah. From now on, you can be Diana. How's that fit?
Diana. Hugh. Diana.
Yeah.
Hugh. Diana. Hugh. Diana. Hugh. Diana. Hugh. Diana. Hugh. Diana. Hugh. Diana.
Kids.
HP fusion shield.
Diana.
Diana.
Duration, tech,
So the
fusion.
game is coming up on the 17th, and with it comes the mental illness, right? Like,
Duration,
unfortunately,
I don't
we do
really need
have to live
cooldown
in a
though.
society with individuals suffering, and this is because the U.S. president has still not opened the mental asylums. Like, here's an example, right? Why does a child designed to look 6 years old need mascara, blush, and lip
HP
gloss?
techs.
And the thing is, am I the only one?
No.
Am I the one that genuinely didn't notice? Seriously though, right? Like, I watched the trailer and I was thinking, okay, well,
Yeah,
I
I
mean, this is a
didn't.
cool game.
I didn't really look at that at all either.
And you know, a lot of people that also
The
looked at
fuck?
the trailer, they felt fatherly emotions. Right? Like, it's so cool. I could get to play
Cooldown,
as a
fusion,
father
defense,
defending
comfort,
this
right?
robot. And then you have the women. Why is there like sexualization? Mascara. Why is it mascara? And like, why are you thinking about that? Like, literally nobody, you know? And so, people are pointing out, well, it's because it's a video game, you fucking retard. I mean, look at other video games, right? Like, do you ever play something? Like, have you lived on planet Earth up until now, you know? Like, do you definitely crave for something to complain? Is this what the internet is nowadays? Just like, doom scrolling and finding a crusade that you're not going to fight in real life, but you need to do it on the online space to just like ruin the enjoyment for others. You got a couple of people just sitting there and talking about video games, and you're like, let's talk about the pussy pedophile. It's like, who wants to be at a party with those individuals, huh? I mean, look, just so you know why I'm being triggered. You got talented Japanese pixel artists making fan art of the game. You got, you know, people posting stuff like this. Capcom trying to single-handedly boost the birth rates in Japan. And I dare say they might succeed. Protect little Diana. And then you got this shit. If you buy this game, I'm going to assume that you're a pedophile. Oh no, like, we don't want Scrap to assume. No, please, Scrap, I will not buy the game. You know, I was going to buy it, but now, Scrap, that you have to put it that way. I guess you have managed to completely influence the purchasing habits of a guy from Romania. Oh, the power, Scrap. You have managed to protect me from evil. Look at this shit, right? Like, literally, everyone is posting wholesome stuff. Like, I must protect her at all cost. They're talking about Resident Evil. This is so fucking creepy. Good. I hope it is creepy. I hope it keeps you awake. I unironically hope that you never get to comment again on this particular video game. I hope it's the most creepy thing ever imaginable. Like, I know family and fatherhood genuinely makes you find it weird and creepy. And that's a good thing. Keep it that way. Just seriously, like, keep it that way. Family bad. Like, you should never get married. You should never have children. You should find family the most creepy thing ever. And it's, by the way, like, I've noticed the trend, right? It's either women that do OnlyFans, and I'm not kidding, like, I'm actually going on their profiles, and I'm starting to notice things. It's either women doing OnlyFans, or people with the flags. It's just like these two people that just cannot either see a video game they don't like and move the fuck on, or just partake with the community and say, yeah, you know, like, this is kind of wholesome, this is kind of fun. Literally, no one is posting anything lewd here. You know, like, we're on Twitter. Like, if this was some degenerate forum, if it was 4chan or some shit, I would understand these comments. But, like, no, it's literally X, right? And I'm scrolling down, and you keep finding people like this, and eventually, Mr. God of War actually summarizes it very well, right? You either have people that say protect Diana.
Oh, that's
at all
actually
costs,
his name.
You know, like, she's good, fighter mode activate. Or you have losers accusing the Diana lovers of being pedophiles, like they have nothing better to do. It's not even that, it's like watering down the accusation. Like, my brother in Christ, that now you're going after people that just, like, post wholesome shit. There's no pornography here, right? Like, there's absolutely no lewdness in this thread. You also have, like, other people, right? And when you look at what they're quote tweeting, it makes no sense. Like, you have...
He cut himself off? Fuck. Damn you, V.
He dodged all of it. Oh my god, what is this picture? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. All right, let's see what's going on.
Puts out a statement. He has finally broken the silence and decided to speak on the situation.
So wait, he dodged it? Oh wait, he just got, wait. Leave it to annoying fucking women to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Am I right, guys? Oh my god. If he gets out of it, it's gonna be...
He's going to. He's going to. 1000% he's going to. That's gonna happen.
Most of all, to my girlfriend. I am so sorry I put you through so much. I never want to make these mistakes again and hurt you and the people I care about. I was,
and, you know, honestly, if he means this wholeheartedly, like he fucked up and he wants to be a good guy to his girlfriend, I mean, I think people deserve a second chance if they fuck up. I think so.
Faithful, and I own and fully admit to that. I lied to people and told them.
I mean, I would say the same thing about anyone. Anybody that did something bad, like, you know, I think they deserve a second chance. I'm not.
I was single, which I know is
I'm not about this whole like you fuck up one time and it's over for you forever.
Not right. I'm sorry to all the people I've hurt by doing this. The following is not an attempt to minimize what I have done.
No, and what I mean is he gonna make it right? Is he gonna make it right with his girlfriend? Is he gonna actually take that all the way? Because then if he is, then like, okay, well, you know, he did what he said, right? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they should be, you should trust them 100%. That's not what I'm saying.
I've seen false allegations about me that are not true. I cannot allow false allegations and such extreme labels to be placed on me. I do understand that
the other one I have is
these
singular.
claims did it from a place of hurt, so please do not send any more hate to anyone. I just want the situation to get better, and I wish them the best.
There we go.
My girlfriend and I didn't respond quickly because we were already working on our relationship and communication.
Yeah, I still have my other one safe.
This has been, I guess I've been working on it for like 5 years, right? And having so much private information exposed to the public has made it incredibly difficult for us to heal together. I will be taking a break from streaming and the internet to better myself and give us the time that we need to try to improve our relationship. Thank you for reading. Now I will continue to learn and grow from this experience. And this is the crazy part about it, okay? Because I already read this. My girlfriend wanted to share her experience. Below is a message written.
Holy shit. Did the girlfriend come in to save him? Oh my god.
By her. This right here, bro, like this guy.
Dude, you better not treat this woman bad. Dude.
This guy, man. And so anyway, yeah, hi there. I want to start by saying thank you to all who've been checking on me and wishing me well during this difficult time. It's been extremely heartbreaking to learn everything that I know now. And going through this has been one of the hardest things I've ever been.
Guys, like, trust me, I fucking hate cheaters. I really, really hate them. All right, I really, really, really do. And I don't know how to explain that to you, but I do.
Put through in my life. I've been tossed around from all sides. Me and my reality have been continuously shattered. Though no matter how much I'm broken, I never wanted this to be public. It deeply hurts me that I wasn't given a choice in that, or even just warned that this would be happening at all. I didn't want this. So what she's saying is that the entire expose for her
boyfriend. Wait, hold on. So like, wait a minute. If she was the one going through all of the shit, and then everyone conspired without even talking to her about it. Wait, they didn't even check it. You're telling me after all of the, look what you did to your girlfriend. She's in such a bad place right now, and like you did this to her. Like we're looking out for her. After all of that shit, they didn't even like have her be a part of this. And they never checked up on her, dude.
Friend, the fact that she was getting cheated on and all of this going public, she didn't even know it was going to happen. Oh my God! Wow. Why should we believe that's really his girlfriend's message and not another lie?
I mean, because his girlfriend could say that it wasn't, and then it would immediately ruin him.
He can't.
Honestly,
yeah, he definitely can't afford to lie about
I don't
that.
have an answer for you for that. I mean, because the guy is a liar, and how can you trust a liar? But I wouldn't expect that, right? I mean, maybe, but who knows? She's definitely going to take him back. Well, she never left him. And even after the fact, I wish they would have at least checked on me or asked how I felt about everything. But I haven't heard anything those people involved since all this came out. So basically, they used this girl's, the fact that she was getting cheated on, they used it as like a vector to attack Sykkuno. They don't even give a, everybody's, oh, she's such a victim, she's such a victim. The people that made all this public didn't even care about her. They didn't even give a fuck about her, which I think is like the most unsurprising thing ever, let's be real. But it's still funny. And I understand those involved would with them would have been
Apologies. All of that kind of came out of nowhere. Took that moment to make myself impromptu lunch. We are back.
Hurt as well, but I don't believe my feelings were considered in this situation at all. Having my worst fears become my reality, then put on full display and used for profit for everyone to see is absolutely mortifying. Well, I guess you can call me the mortician. How about that? It's it truly feels like a nightmare. It was already hard enough trying to work through things in private. This has just added another layer of difficulty and stress on top of everything. It's made it so much harder for me to cope. Prior to all of this becoming public, we were already making changes to improve our relationship, and while I could have chosen to leave, I ultimately made the decision to stay with the hopes of repairing our relationship together.
Dude, he better not. He better not. I mean, like, dang, that's a ride or die waifu, you know?
Wow. Even though all that I've learned are
she's a moron. Well, I can see how you think that. I can see how you guys that she's weak and a moron. I can definitely see that. But when you love somebody, like when you actually love someone, like for real, you don't really think so much about yourself, to be honest. So I think it's just, I don't know. I think calling her an idiot is really, I think it's very easy for you to say that from the positions that you're in right now. It's like, I know everyone's laughing like, lol, woman, idiot. I think it's very easy for you to say that from the backseat. When you're truly in love with somebody, you don't really, like, you're able to look past their flaws a lot more. And I think that when you actually do fall in love with someone, that you'll understand this.
Incredibly disappointing and shocking. I don't think they are irredeemable. It's been hard handling things unfolding.
It doesn't make her not an idiot. Well, it's possible that she understands that it was bad. It doesn't actually mean that she's an idiot. It could be that she 100% is of an understanding like this is terrible, but like she just loves him, and she wants to, and you know, she wants to stick around and hopefully fix things. She has faith. She has faith in him that like they'll be able to fix it. Doesn't mean she's an idiot.
This is a step in the right direction. With time, I hope everyone can focus on healing and becoming better versions of themselves. Dude, he actually.
And plus, like, having guys, when you're in a relationship, you're gonna have times when you have disagreements, and you know this is a very bad version of that. Obviously, this is just giving into vices and stuff. But things aren't always gonna be 100% rosy. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, I feel like the people that are saying that she's shit, or she's not shit, but she's a dumbass for this, is just like a woman. Like, I feel like they're not really, I don't know. I feel like you guys don't understand, basically.
This is man brain versus woman brain. This is literally man brain versus woman brain. Wrong. How do you spell that, you know? Oh, there we go. There you go. We change. Let me just put F-boy. There you go.
That guy.
Dude, he raw dog someone leave? I mean, it doesn't really mean much anymore nowadays when everybody gets abortions and shit. Doesn't really, like, if you said that like you know, hundreds of years ago maybe. But I will say this is why our dating culture is so messed up. No, it is messed up. Guys, I'm not saying that this culture is good. This culture is fucking shit. It's bad. This is bad culture. But this is the culture that people live in right now.
Is he actually this sly, dirty dog? Bro, you hook up and you run game on every fucking...
Maybe I should read some of these alerts because they're kind of related. Anyway.
Girl in the entire community. Your girlfriend comes out and fucking demonizes the people who made it public and says she's gonna stay with you? Matt, dude, he is the guy. God damn, man. 10-inch damn at least. Look at this, man. No way. She just seems broken. I don't know what's going on, okay? I have no idea what's happening in their interpersonal relationship. I have no clue.
I mean, it's possible, like I'm trying to analyze it. Like, it's possible that she is looking at him as like a end game partner, and that she's hoping that this will be sort of sticking around, would show her loyalty. I don't know. Like that could be.
It's way too soon for that.
Again, just the factor that she just loves him. Like,
she's
that
too
much.
young.
I mean, that's also a possibility, right?
Whatsoever. Yeah, and saying sorry on the internet's worst thing he's done so far. I guess so. Bro is actually being a Giga Chad. Yeah, he's not. This bitch is just dumb as fuck. Well, here's the reality.
I'm gonna be real. Like, I kind of know exactly how. Like, I can emulate a situation in which I would do the same thing as her. So that's why I'm thinking of it like this.
Is that this girl has probably been with him for 5 years, and he's not going to break up with her. And also, he probably finances and subsidizes her lifestyle. He's rich, and she'll always be rich. She'll never have to worry about money in her life.
That's the and that's the other problem too, is that she probably knows inherently that anything that she moves on from this guy is kind of irrefutably going to be a downgrade, and that is probably the thing that is saving him the most here. They got a false flag here, but it's like such a high level false flag that going to something else is definitely going to be a massive and noticeable drop off, where whoever the next guy is, if there ever was, is not going to be, he's going to have to contest and compete for a bar that he's never going to be able to reach unless he's just as rich and has the status of the last guy, which 99% of the time he's probably not going to have that, unless, you know, she's actually a whore and she just goes from one content creator to another one.
Girl that says like, girl,
like, I get
girl, just leave him, just leave, you deserve so much better, period. True. Yes. All of them that say that never have to live with the fact that this girl might not have a job, she might not have a career, she might not be a streamer, she might not be anything. So it's so easy to say
so she
that.
probably feels like
she's
she's
stuck.
stuck.
To write a check that you don't have to cash. It's so easy to tell somebody to do something that you never have to experience the consequences for. So that's the difference. That's the difference, and it's a big difference. Very, very, very big difference. And so, bro mogged us all, dude. The thing is, bro, he mogged the entire community. They tried to make an hour-long video to mog him. The maker of the expose video got mogged instead. Mogged his girlfriend while he was cheating on her, and then also mogged his own accusers through his girlfriend. Unbelievable. Like, I mean, this is like, you know what this is like? It's like a Rube Goldberg machine. Have you guys ever seen one of these? It's a Rube Goldberg machine is when a bunch of things that shouldn't happen all happen together to create a chain reaction of something that's completely, unimaginable, right? It's like basically whenever you're playing Dungeons and Dragons and you say, well, I want to eat the dragon. And the Dungeon Master says, okay, sure. Well, like now you, okay, well, you have to roll a nat 20. So you roll a nat 20. And he says, okay, well, and he's like getting mad. He says, okay, well, after that, now you have to roll another nat 20 to not get indigestion. Or sorry, for the dragon to not like breathe fire while it's inside you. You roll another nat 20. And then the third one is like, okay, well, now you're getting indigestion. You're going to die unless you roll a third nat 20. And you roll a third nat 20. This is actually Sykkuno's life.
Just failing upward.
He's like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna give it to you. You're a dragon now. Okay, that's all right.
Yeah,
you win.
yeah.
You win.
Yeah.
You're the guy. And so that's what's happened. Close enough. Yeah, I'm being serious, right? Sykkuno did not fish with a rod and a line. He was fishing with a 50-foot net. Bro, Sykkuno was fishing with like a 50 caliber machine gun. Like, he was just getting them, man. And the difference is he's the dragon. Dragon needs nuts. Dude, what happens in y'all's relationship is entirely between y'all. You fucked up. You know what? Cheating's never the right thing to do. It isn't. It's, dude, how bro felt writing that. Absolutely. And the thing is that he won.
Oh man, holy shit, dude, holy shit.
I actually think, I think that with this apology and everything, I actually think he won. He mogged them big time. Because not only did he retain his relationship with his girlfriend, who he will inevitably, we all know this, he's gonna cheat on her again. How do I know that?
That would be so awful, man, if that happened.
Come on, what are we doing? So basically, you still maintain that. You're still gonna be able to cheat on your girlfriend. Now, it might go on cooldown for like, like you might have an XP reset, you could say. And like, it might go on cooldown for like 6 months or so, but then this is what he's gonna do. So I know the way that, I know the way that people like this act. He's going to start talking to girls now to make them feel sorry for him. That's what he's going to do.
Hasman is literally explaining what I just wrote in that comment. He's never going to change.
In order, that's how he's going to get.
There was no consequence for this whatsoever.
The next crop of them, right? That's how he's going to do it, right? He's got an NDA, maybe, right? And so, and that's not if, that's when, right? That being said, too, the fact that he was able to demonize not only the person that made the videos, but the accusers themselves. I mean, this definitely makes them look bad. It does. And Bao, Mao, Mujin, shame on you. You had people believing you cared about the real victim in this situation, the girlfriend. You did not care. You did this because you were selfish. You put money above the safety and well-being of your girlfriend. See, that's the difference between them and me. I thought this was entertainment right from the beginning. I knew this was funny. It was crazy. And this is really the way I look at things, right? Is that unless an actual crime is committed, everything is content. Everything is content. I don't care. Like any of this other bullshit or whatever else, just don't share things like this on the internet. And I viewed it myself for a long time. Some bullshit drama one way or another. Exactly. And so you did this because you were selfish. You put money and safety above the well-being of the girlfriend. This isn't just internet drama. Your actions can and will fuck up someone's real life. And the girlfriend already knew about the infidelity and chose to work through it in private. And you know this.
Yep.
You knew this. Well, I don't think that they did know it. I don't think they did. That's not. I don't know if that's accurate. Because, like, I mean, she said she didn't talk to them, right? So how would they know that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing here, but like, it seems like they didn't know. Mal is making $4K a month on Patreon already. I don't even know what her name is. I would look that up, but I can't even find it. So basically, this is a total. This man was using an anime protagonist voice to cream by countless women with his girlfriend staying with him. This is why he stay out of people's relationship business. Exactly, bro. Fucking exactly. I don't care what anyone has to say. What any more about what I knew this would work. I knew. Dude, this is the perfect moral high ground. I don't care anymore about what any other girl said. The girlfriend is the old dude.
It's over, yeah.
This is crazy.
He's gonna get away scot-free.
Impressive. I know, bro. Like, and the thing is that what's really impressive to me is that, like, obviously, girlfriend is a side.
It's not as impressive as everybody thinks, because this is what this is essentially what happens when you smurf. And that's essentially what he was doing. He was deliberately targeting all the retards. Because he has a fucking sixth sense for all the. Well, it's not even a sixth sense. It's not even hard to tell which ones are dumb, like genuinely dumb. And he essentially just farmed all the retards over and over and over and over again, to the point now where he's actually being protected by these retards because they have no self-respect to actually look for something better. And it makes him look like he's a higher level than he actually is as a result.
I don't know. I have no idea. Kind of crazy. She's going to continue to try and repair the relationship, but we don't know the relationship, I guess. Yeah, it's true. First, to try to read this in a Deku voice is going to triple platinum. I don't know who Deku is. Better lawyer up.
Oh my God, dude, I can do it. I can do it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, I can do it. Where's the letter, guys? Where's the letter? Where is it?
God.
Yo, I need it. Hold on. Powder did it, right? Powder posted it. Hold on. Okay. All right. Here's the Powder post. Okay. All right. Oh, fuck. It's like small. All right. Well, I'll open it up on another screen. All right. Hold on. Okay. I need some DMCA free. Suno, give me some. All right. Suno, give me some inspirational. All right. Let's see. Inspirational anime protagonist theme music. Rising sound. Let's see. Oh, fuck. I need to be an instrumental. I would like to apologize to everyone I've disappointed. Most of all, to my girlfriend. I'm so sorry I put you through so much, and I never want to make these mistakes again. And I hurt you and the people that I care about. I was unfaithful, and I own and fully admit that. I lied to people, and I told them I was single, which I know is not right. I'm sorry to all the people that I hurt by doing this. The following is not an attempt to minimize what I've done. However, I've seen false accusations about me that are just not true. I cannot allow false accusations and such extreme labels to be placed upon me. I do understand that the people making these claims did make it from a place of hurt. So please don't send any more hate to anyone. I just want the situation to get better, and I wish them the best. My girlfriend and I didn't respond quickly because we already were working on our relationship and communication before all of this happened. Having so much private information exposed
She actually has the cadence down.
has made it incredibly difficult for us to heal together. I will be taking a break from streaming and the internet to better myself and give us the time we need to try to improve our relationship. Thank you for reading, and I will continue to learn and grow from this experience. How'd I do, chat? How'd I do? I'm good? Yeah.
Boy. This guy, so this is the guy that made the original video, has been absolutely crashing out and is so upset. Like, he even had to make, this is what's so crazy about it. Like, what happened is that he made an expose video on Sykkuno. And again, bro, this guy has like karma level, like world protection. So what happened is that everybody now turned on him. Now they're all mad at this guy. So he got more hate than Sykkuno did whenever he made the video exposing Sykkuno.
That was his fault, though.
So it was so bad, he had to even make a statement. And as for me, instead, I can only find the best I want. I'll never change. This is just some other bullshit. 2 million views, and he had to make the comment. He had to lock comments on this post because the last video that he did, or the last comment that he did, look at this. Can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely, bud. And so it only got 3,400 likes, okay?
Shit.
And then again, he got mogged by Powder. Damn, you're like really mad. Also, stop fetishizing me in a mixed race relationship. What?
Yeah, so there was like people saying that Powder was like in a mixed race relationship or some shit.
You fuck what? So he got double mogged. Oh my God!
He didn't even
And
realize there was a
anyway,
second
here's
one.
another one. What happened to you being
A second
unbiased?
powder
What happened
has
to
hit the
sharing
fucking
truth
YouTube?
with factual evidence of that truth.
Shit.
So now his own community is turning on him because he exposed Saikuno. Take a step back. What she said wasn't unreasonable. So he's losing his fucking mind over this, which I think is very, very fucking funny. It's hilarious to me. This is proof he's the Antichrist. Some people could come to that conclusion.
Jesus.
I think that's logical. Yeah,
I think
sure.
he's a
This is
fucking
making the next
weasel,
Shirley
like, or
exposing
to
cheaters.
borrow a Conor
No, because
McGregor
Nick
line,
Shirley
he's a
actually
snake in the
exposed
grass.
real cheaters. And it seems like this guy is kind of a cheater. He is, but the girlfriend's okay with it, right? And so obviously, what comes along with this? Saikuno raw dogging these these sexy ass ABGs, and I can't get a text back.
What's ABG?
ABG, of course, standing for Asian baby girl.
Oh.
And so,
is that
brother
what it
saying, brother, so true. Oh, yep, exactly. There you go. So anyway, live by the drama, die by the drama. And this is what's so... It all started making sense when I learned Saikuno is Vietnamese. Now, I don't know a lot about, like, Asian racism because I'm not Asian. But it seems to me like a lot of the other Asian countries really don't like Vietnamese. They don't. And
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know why. I'm gonna be real. I don't care. I don't give a
I
shit.
don't know.
Like us white people,
all I know is that nobody trusts Chinese. That's all I know. I don't really know about the Vietnamese thing.
we have our own race wars, okay? Like I don't need to be conscripted into a race war for a foreign race, right? I have no idea about this. But I do want to say this. I want to exploit this, maybe. And then look at
But
this.
I will say though that it is true that Asians are hella racist. That part is true.
Here, look at the argument. Filipinos would never be this disloyal. He's Chinese primarily, but Viet as well, although he was born in America. Ace, and Saikuno, both Vietnamese. Vietnam mentioned. Whoa, chill on this. Fuck no.
I told you, Asians are hella racist.
Chinese. He's 50% Vietnamese, let alone mention 50% Chinese. Uh-oh. Couldn't you tell just from the phenotypes? We don't claim him. Don't lump that lower primate in with the rest of us. I speak for all that we should. Oh my God. And so anyway, now you have like the whole racism tier list on here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. So yes, Asians got racism on lock then? I know. I didn't even know, like, I don't know what the tier list for Asian racism is. I really don't. And I think that basically what it seems like the tier list is...
basically they all hate each other. That's it, basically. It goes like this. Everybody's wary of China. They all kind of hate each
so
other.
they're like Latinos? Because we kind of have that same fucking... we have that same blood feud too.
On some level. South Korea really hates Japan. All of the hardcore, like old Asian people, though, they all hate black people.
Is that
That's for
every
sure.
Asian country, inside of that country, they're
They
at the
all
top.
like white people, by the way. That's the
Up
other
and
thing.
everybody else is at the bottom. That's what I think it is. But I'm not really sure. I'm just guessing based off of, well, you know,
They're
common
really racist.
sense.
Like
And,
old Asian people are like the most racist people, to be honest. Like if you think old white people are racist, like they got nothing on old Asian people.
Anyway, Southeast Asian versus East Asian
I'd
versus
say
South Asians.
all the above
Of
have
course,
nothing on
right?
old black people.
And anyway, what do we even do? Treachery.
See what I mean? You see? Really, man? It's real.
Really, you gotta do this. I mean, and then it doesn't look anything like a Southeast Asian. More like a South Korean, Japanese hybrid Botox abomination.
They're so
No,
racist.
he doesn't look like that. And so they're really going into this. They're really trying to figure out, get to the bottom of it, huh? Embrace it, survival instincts, I guess so. So they're really trying to figure out what kind of Asian he is. Fair weather friends suck.
It's like the Civil War trailer. What kind of American are you?
Backstab them over what would have been a private matter, but because they have a platform, I've got to farm them instead of checking on them. This is how I know to keep my streamer friend circles extra small.
Yep.
So I'm gonna give you a little bit of advice.
All right, let's hear it.
But in general, streamer friend, that's an oxymoron.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that because streamers are morons. I'm saying that's
There's
like
no such thing.
You know, I don't know, like a fast turtle. You know, like it's.
You hear this, Ashtray? You hear this, Ashtray? Watch this video, Ashtray.
It's just contradictory, right? Like,
Freaking ridiculous.
You're not gonna have
this femboy always coming up to me. Oh, but you know, my streamer friends. I want some streamer friends, Leaflet. I'm like, if you're looking for friends, you've come to the wrong place, friend. You've come to the wrong place.
That happened. Sykkuno just dropped the Google Doc. I know, I saw it. I just looked at it, right? And so yeah, there it is. Their competition. I guess so. It's redundant. And so the fact is that you know, a lot of streamers they're always going to put their career over you. I don't think they are irredeemable. Girl, have we lost the plot? Another girl, and this one's cute, but the problem is that another one. Oh yes, queen. Yes, you could do whatever you want. Maybe not, right? Maybe she might have a little bit more insight into her own relationship than you do. That's just my advice. And with this Mugen, the VTubers and the female content creators and the male feminists, oh bro, so true, take a massive L. Everything about them was appearing good, making money, gaining subscribers. None of them actually acts the actual victim in this. 100%. And the
crazy.
only person, here's the thing, the only person who has been morally consistent in all of this, you guessed it, I was the only one. Nobody else is morally consistent like I was. Like, I went into this thinking that it was funny. I made fun of it. I farmed it making a video making fun of it. And now I'm making a second video, probably, about this that will also be making fun of it. Humble? Well, I mean, everybody knows that.
Yeah,
we all know
Aspen the
that.
king.
But yes, and XQC, you're right, XQC. And to be fair, the thing is, like, I went harder on Sykkuno than he did. XQC is so fucking vindicated off of this, right? Because he totally defended him. And he was right. He was right. So there it is. Bro's a real life this guy harem protagonist. I know.
I mean, vindicated. I mean, in terms of like being called a predator, I mean, yeah, but like I don't know about vindicated. You know, like he's. I mean, I guess in the public sphere. Okay, well the problem. Okay, here's the problem, right? So
None of this counts if there's no fucking consequences. There's no punishment, which there isn't.
Fastest person in the group. You just have to be faster than the last person, right? So all Sykkuno had to do was be less of an asshole than the other people. And like that's what he did. He like managed to set it up where somehow he cared more about his girlfriend, like the actual victim in all of this. He cared more about her and was less of an asshole than all of the other people. So like
by doing nothing,
doing that, he was ahead of all the other people. And then you know, Mugen.
That was all he did was nothing.
Whatever the fuck her name is. Those people got eaten by the bear.
This is woman brain.
And so Asmon the most humble. I mean, somebody has to be the most humble, right? And I figure if it's gonna be somebody, it might as well be me. So yeah, X was right. He was, and you know, again, the biggest victim.
No,
in all
I agree that that Predator is a fucking huge stretch.
This is the actual girlfriend of
like
Sykkuno.
you can maybe say that like, you know, he's a cheater and a freak. I mean,
Yes,
like, I mean,
and his
that would be
actions
fair.
were predatory, but he's not a
calling him,
predator.
like, a predator is kind of ridiculous because
It
all of
is.
this was all of this was consensual to everybody, right? To all the people. It's not like he. You know, here's the problem, and like women, guys, I'm kind of betraying my own kind by saying this, but you know, some things need to be said, and women have agency. I don't know if you knew that, but you know, like they could have just said no. You know, like Sykkuno could have been like, yeah, you know, get in my bed, baby, whatever, dude. I don't know how to hit on girls. All right, you know, get in my bed, and then they would be like, nah, I'm good. They could have done that. You know what I mean? Like this is crazy to me. Like they could have just said no.
I feel so bad for her.
Yeah, it's like Leaflet as a dude. Yeah, get in my bed, baby.
That all of this was put out without.
Yeah, Yeah, take off those clothes, baby.
Your consent.
The cringe
And
would
I
still
say I
be
feel
there.
So bad for her while I'm obviously contributing to the thing that I feel bad for her for happening to her. But you know, that's just the way the
Because
game
you look a little eyebrow waggle, right? Like, what?
is. And so anyway, this does, you know, like I do feel bad for her. I do. It's sad that this happened, but at the same time, like how's X right? I didn't follow details.
She
well,
was
then
close
it doesn't
getting my bed, you breeding mare, you slut. Yeah.
matter, right? Consider yourself.
You Tracing Academy dropout. You couldn't even win a single race in the Twinkle series. You're nothing without me.
Self-employed if you don't know what's going on
right.
with this situation. Okay. Out of everybody on the entire internet, Sykkuno is the one guy that got the least amount of hate.
That's hilarious.
He actually didn't.
I am the most non-horny VTuber. It's true. It's true. Have you seen other VTubers? Are you kidding me right now?
Tell him about you started hooking up class and have payments. The thing is that Sykkuno was very good at talking to these girls. He absolutely
there's
was.
a couple that aren't, like, for sure. Like, but you know, I'm obviously exaggerating, but like, you know, on the field, if you were to do like a chart of like most horny to least horny, I'm like definitely below 50%.
But here's another component that you can't write off, okay? Get ready for it, guys. He was a rich, successful, popular person.
That's doing like 90% of the work for him.
How to talk to girls. Step one,
Be
hot.
rich.
Oh man, fuck yeah, damn it, man, come on. You know, like, I mean, that's first step. So, but you gotta, so step one, become a famous multimillionaire. Oh, come on. Come on, he wasn't hot though? I think he was a good looking guy. I do, I think he's a good looking guy. Like, I've never been attracted to a man in my life, but I can tell when a guy is attractive. I can tell. It's easy to tell. And no, everybody says, oh wow. Have you ever looked at a cat and says, that's a cool looking cat? Yeah, do you want to fuck the cat? I hope not. And so anyway, unless you're Shane Dawson. So, no, like, just because you can look at somebody and say that's an attractive dude, that doesn't mean you want to fuck him. Come on, guys. What the hell's wrong with y'all?
Yeah,
These are the same people. These are the same people that do the thing.
Jokes.
We need to be a little bit more homosexual.
What the fuck? I was about to say you're right, Aspen.
For to become more heterosexual.
Oh my god.
And Sykkuno is probably not a pred, but he's still mad weird and someone you shouldn't be friends with. He's a cheater, and that's all I need to know to assess his character. 75 replies. Motherfucking boy, bro. Like, he's in there, man.
Spydrick, thank you so much.
There he is. Oh man, it's Cody. Yeah, he's a weirdo. Who cares that every streamer's a nerd on the internet? He's cheated. That's his personal and moral problem. What does that mean? You can't be his friend. People cheat. Who cares? It is what it is. Yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. There it is. All these people act like their shit don't sting. True, exactly.
I try not to like on X. I try not to post on drama just because I'm not really that interested in it. So unless I can do some kind of meme post, I don't really post on it.
And anyway, no, I thought that shit was funny. But anyway, I'll go through and look at some other stuff too, right? Because there's been a lot of other things that have gone on, and you know, we talked about this now at this point, right? But yeah, the crazy thing, dude, this guy actually came out and apologized, and the person that got the most hate, he got the least hate. He got the least amount of hate when he was the one that they were trying to expose.
Man, wait, what? Wait, what is happening? I don't care. I don't fucking care.
Nerderotic.com.
Avengers Doomsday budget rumored at $700 million total spend. Can Disney, Marvel possibly profit? The word is that Doomsday's budget is around $400 million, which makes it one of the most expensive films ever made. So I'm guessing the rest is from marketing or just Robert Downey Jr.'s salary. It's estimated between 50 and 100 million. Your guess is as good as mine.
We're about to find out then what it means to release Avengers Endgame without the story build-up. Like, we're relying exclusively on the marketing of people involved and the title of Avengers.
And a lot of the characters.
Well, yeah, I guess what I mean by people involved. So, like, the build-up, there's no build-up. Nobody's going to argue there is. So it's like, I wonder, I guess we're going to find out that how much that translates in terms of money. Like, having other stories build up to a big event.
Isn't that weird that it felt like, okay, they're doing a build-up now around Christmas. We've got these 4 teaser trailers, and it's going to lead into something else that they're going to do like once every couple weeks, once a month. Didn't it feel like that? Because I'm like, this couldn't be it. This has to be the start of a year-long marketing campaign, and it's been crickets since those trailers.
Yeah.
Nothing. And the reports, which are true, of them going back and doing 2 months worth of reshoots, but apparently they did a test screening, guys.
Oh yeah, apparently
an internal test screening
on something that's not even fucking finished.
Marvel test screened itself and said it was awesome.
Yeah, it was Infinity War levels of amazing.
Here's the
That's the feedback.
You want to compare it to Infinity War? Great, fun movie, really good movie. Really good movie, the last good Avengers movie, but it's not a complete movie. It ends on a cliffhanger. It's not a complete movie. We like the idea of Infinity War. We love the idea of where it was going. And listen, when I watched Endgame, I got home, I was like, I liked it. And I've told this story a bunch, so sorry, this is for the new people. I liked it, and I did a live stream with Comics Division for about 2.5, 3 hours. And by the end of that 3 hours, everybody's all, you sound like you hate it. Because we were going through.
No.
It's not good. It sucks that it's not good.
It's still even somewhat protected these days. A lot of people will say, like, wow, it's a really good experience, really solid, like, sort of cumulative thing with the story, a lot of good payoffs in there. It's just like, are any of the payoffs actually, like, untarnished?
No. Birkenstock Hulk is terrible. It's just Mark Ruffalo Hulk. Fat Thor is terrible.
Oh, that's
Girls Get It Done scene is terrible. Chris Pratt gets kicked in the balls.
Time travel plan is horrendous. I'm not even just talking about mechanics. I mean, like between us, right? It's like we need to get the 6 stones. Where impossibly in history can we go? It's like, why wouldn't we go to when Thanos was defeated and he had 5 of them?
That would be far too easy. And we need to kill Black Widow.
You just take Star-Lord out of the picture between all of you, and then you got it, and that's it. It's over.
And they finally bring back Red Skull, and it's like, and honestly, the guy who played him did a good accent. Could have probably played him in the future. It's such a shame. Red Skull is a top tier villain, by the way, top tier, and they did nothing with him.
The blip mechanics are terrifyingly horrible.
Horrific.
Oh God, yes.
And then it's like, so what's left? You're like,
memes. We got a lot of memes.
Explosions, big old fights.
But they're bringing back half of everything that was blipped out, but they have to do it that time because Robert Downey Jr.'s got a daughter.
Because he's got a daughter that might have existed anyway.
Whatever, yeah, like
trillions upon trillions of people have got to come back 5 years later because
they can manipulate reality. All he has to do is just snap it such that you rewind time, but that his daughter lives or whatever. Remember that part where when Hulk does it, he's like, oh, I tried to get Black Widow back, but I don't know, I tried. It's like, what do you mean? Why not? You're literally just changing the universe. People would argue it's like, well, she was sacrificed to get the stone. It's like, yeah. So you still control the universe. What do you mean? This is like it's all of reality in that fucking gauntlet.
Because everything could have zapped back to when they vanished, the split second that they gone, so everything was fine.
Yeah.
And then Pepper could have been pregnant. She could have said to Tony at the end, or if he was to die, she could have just told Tony at the end, I'm pregnant.
And they bring, oh God, yeah, they bring Gamora. They bring Gamora back to not get back together with Star-Lord, yeah. So they could be buds. And immediately people were asking, if everybody blips back right where they were before, well, the Earth isn't in the same position it was before. What if you were in a plane? So you would not just be in a plane crashing from the air. You would be in a plane in space.
You just fall.
Gary, the Avengers are so clever. They didn't construct an enormous area in land and then tell the Hulk, you got to snap them back to that position safely. Everyone, no, they spawned back where they were.
Yeah,
which is a disaster.
So because those planes are gone, there's like planes of just people spawning in midair and falling to their deaths.
No. There's planes spawning in the emptiness of space because the Earth
rotates. Yes.
Down. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They would just all come out in space and just die immediately.
We're moving down. Fucking hell.
They're all dead.
Everyone's dead.
There's
yeah.
billions of people dead in space.
Yes.
Let's pretend that no, it worked perfectly. Everyone's back. They're safe and happy and healthy. It's like so the whole world is going to collapse. You've got what, half of the population has just been dropped back onto Earth. Can you imagine how much fucking suffering
now the flag smashers are going to bomb them.
Right. I mean, the one thing
5 years. You can't go back to your own house anymore.
No.
But Freckle Jesus had it right.
Stuff was.
This is what I mean, and this kind of assassinates every fucking Avenger because none of them think about this. They're all stupid.
No, because they all had to bow to Tony's daughter.
It sounds like there's an allegory for bowing to Robert Downey Jr.'s demands.
Yes.
Also, I remember when the film came out, there was an argument about, like, I think it might have been on EFAB or something, but someone was like, "You guys wouldn't understand. You don't have a kid. I would sacrifice the whole universe for them." And we were like, "Well, then you wouldn't have them." If you give up everything, it would all just collapse. And there's just nothing in the movie that says he can't have the daughter too. I just made up.
Well, you could just—he's got the Infinity Stones. He could just go, "You will have your daughter." That's all he has to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
If he can blip back billions of people, then he can, except for the daughter, she stays. That's all you got to do. I hated that they killed Iron Man. I understand it was a heroic death and all that, but I hated that they killed Iron Man.
But Robert Downey Jr. wanted out, so
okay, recast him.
At the time,
you recast the goddamn character. Robert Downey Jr. is not bigger than the character. It's great.
But because their phases, they wanted their phases to continue. They wanted their continuity.
Iron Man easily and killed Tony Stark as Robert Downey Jr. You could just do the multiverse shit. All you needed is one multiverse film. And then the consequences of which after are just, some random different people have turned up by accident. Oh, here comes Tom Cruise, Iron Man. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, let's do a movie of him now.
Kill them in the comics a couple of times, but they kill them in the comics and bring back a child version.
No, Gary.
Of Tony Stark.
Who kills Iron Man?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Marvel Casey?
Close. You're getting there. Captain Marvel.
In Civil War 2, is it?
Yeah. Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, after her and Miss Marvel take prisoners without a judge and jury,
take them to the gulag. Yeah,
take them to the gulag. Yeah.
Considering they were doing the multiverse saga after the Infinity War, that's an excuse for them to just drag. Like if they're doing it anyway, you can just get whatever you want, recast anybody for anybody.
I wish I could talk about it. So this brings us to Doomsday, where there's no Hulk, there's no Doctor Strange.
That's really weird. We don't know anything about that, do we?
We don't know what's behind that. I've asked and I haven't gotten an answer.
He's like the most reliable actor-character combo, considering that's the last successful film other than Deadpool and Wolverine, right?
He's the guy you would go to with a big multiversal problem.
Mm-hmm.
He's also the first guy you would go to of all the superheroes.
Well, he's also set to be the leader now, like in a good way.
Yeah.
Like that's the one good thing they could probably do.
Yes. So, I mean, the plot is out there now. Obviously they could change it through the reshoots, and I don't doubt they test screen something that will probably not be the finished product when it eventually comes out. They did not have a finished script. Robert Meyer Burnett might have read what was finished after Principal, because Robert's an honest guy, right? So I have no doubt that he's an honest guy. So I'm thinking maybe he read what they had finished during Principal, but I was specifically told that the actors had to wait because the writers had to finish writing the scene while they're doing Principal.
Yeah. Oh,
so
you mean the way they've done it for fucking a decade?
Yes. Multiverse of Madness as well. Yeah.
So Robert Downey Jr. and his stunt double. So Robert Downey Jr. was basically doing lines off camera while his stunt double, and it's for like 40%. I asked for a percentage, and he's like, Robert's in the costume when he's talking to like Steve Rogers and he's talking to people, but on a lot of other scenes, it's just a stunt man, and it's not even a full costume, by the way. It's just like torso.
Yeah. It's all CGI.
And mocap.
It's all fucking CGI now. So,
and he's reading lines, and Robert Downey Jr. had to wait while writers were punching up lines to finish the scene while they were shooting, which is like the most. No wonder why it cost $700 million.
Do you understand? Like in the perfect scenario where they get to write a script for this movie over a year and redraft it, it's still probably going to end up bad because of how fucking impossibly difficult it is to write something coherent here. But we're not dealing with that. We're dealing with this getting pulled apart into pieces of individual letters of words before the camera's even turned on, or during rather. You know what I mean? Like it's and then who knows what's going to happen when we get to reshoots and editing and testing out a bunch of versions of this film. They can't let it be that they film and edit one and someone says that's pretty good and that's it. It's like, no, there's too much money on this. You got to test it to hell and back. You got to get every science team in there, little ampules, jars of liquids to do with films. They tested out all these different measurements and numbers. They're like, Magneto should be in the film for 1 second more, 1.35 seconds actually. That's the perfect amount for the viewer.
Oh God. Dude, you say that, but I think you're quite kind of close to the truth. Because how many times do we hear when it comes to things like video game content and stuff like that about the analytical? You know, they do the analyticals, and the analyticals of this says this, and the analyticals of that says that. And I think, I think there's probably a degree that our analysis shows that in this using this data that's been extrapolated from this, that we need to have the X-Men in for 22.5 minutes of the movie to make it worthwhile to I absolutely agree with that.
Back ends of YouTube now, it's like, hey, you should make more videos with these kinds of titles about these topics with these kinds of thumbnails, and you're like, excuse me, they're like, would you like us to sort of control those aspects of future?
No, not at all, not at all, thank you. No,
God, no.
Yeah, well, analytically, this will get you the most money. And you're like,
you're all good. You're good,
thank
thanks.
you.
Yeah.
So with Doomsday, $700 million sounds about right. It does. So for it to break even as, what does it have to make?
Well, first of all, you got to double your budget.
Double your budget.
That's a nice round way of compensating for about 55% domestic take versus 40% international take versus 25% Chinese take. So first of all, you got to double that. So that's 1.4 billion. Then you've got to find out what marketing is. So if marketing for this movie is going to be, let's say, very, very conservatively 200 million, then to get that 200 million back, well, they got to double that at the box office. So you got to add another 400 million on top of that. So with a 700 million production budget, with a 200 million marketing budget, you need to make 1.8 billion at the box office to break even. Have a nice day.
Yikes. By the way, reported budget of Endgame is completely false. Completely false. And Endgame, they didn't report this, or Endgame is the most expensive.
Need more ice? Be right back.
movie they made, period. Because they had to shoot so much of it. There is giant swaths of Endgame that did not see the light of day that they filmed.
Nope.
They filmed multiple different endings.
Oh God, yeah. And we saw the behind the scenes pictures of that, like a lot. So, including Captain Marvel being greatly reduced in that movie. They did Ryan's girl Brie wrong on that one, and Ryan will be there to White Knight for her. He will be there. So yeah, it's got to make a lot. This might be the first movie that makes well over $1 billion and flops. Like, it's possible, but they don't care. The whole attitude, what I was told,
They'll
is
still
they
get the
want
headline.
to get people energized and excited about Marvel, get butts in the seats, and really profitability be damned on this one, because they think if they can do that, they can get the ball rolling again. The problem is, how do you get the ball rolling again when this is the end of the MCU, guys?
You're in a crater.
Yeah.
You're in a crater at the bottom of a fucking crater.
It's
not
selling the edge
rolling
of the
uphill.
cliff. It's like, come to the edge of the cliff. We've got so much ahead. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Nothing. All
Well,
over.
here's the problem they have. So they're bringing in all these cameos with characters. Some are going to die forever. Some are not. And at least one legacy, semi-legacy. I'll give you a hint. It's a phase 2 character, not a phase 1 character. Is going to die permanently. And what was that? Sorry? That might be right. That might be exactly right, Az.
See, you guys bet. I'm betting Howard the Duck.
Oh, why you gotta go for the animals, you fucking psycho?
And they're going to carry over some, and I think a lot of them are in limbo, like Simu Liu's Shang-Chi. Pretty much Chang-Chi? Ching Chong?
Remember how they
Mitulo?
educated you in the film about how to pronounce the name? Remember that?
I do.
It's Shang-Chi. It's Shang-Chi.
It's Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi.
I'm just like, fuck off.
We all called it Shang-Chi when we were
Nobody
kids.
remembers anything from that film, and it's a crime that you do.
So Doomsday is I don't know how it could be good. If it is, that'd be great. Be nice and surprised. They haven't set up Doctor Doom at all. At all.
Why bother? Why bother?
At this point, why bother? And they haven't, like, you would think they would do a trailer. I know they shot a trailer that gives you kind of, it's the Doctor Doom trailer. Because this is a movie about Doctor Doom. And they're just, you know what? When you're trying to just copy the success of Infinity War and Endgame, you're not really being, I don't know, you're not being creative.
I've got a crazy
you're not being
idea.
innovative.
I've got a crazy idea.
What's that?
What if they just made a Doctor Doom movie?
Why didn't Robert Downey Jr. at least deliver a line at the end of Fantastic Four? I mean, like,
it wasn't him.
It wasn't him in the
Because
costume.
It wasn't him, and that's why.
It wasn't him. Look, dude, good on him. He negotiated probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest acting deal outside of Alec Guinness getting, residuals from Star Wars. But like, good on him. But it sounds like, I think we all assumed, maybe I was the only one who assumed this, that Iron Man was going to show up in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like it.
But that would be a really good opportunity to put in a new Iron Man.
It would, but the way I was told Secret Wars ends, I cannot be specific. You're gonna hate it, and where they're going. So the problem is, you're trying to get butts in seats and revitalize Marvel, but you're going to be revitalizing it right before a soft reboot where you're about to introduce some X-Men, but you kill all the old ones. You open a movie killing Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man.
Such a huge fucking mistake.
Wow.
I've said before, but if someone suggested that, it'd be like, you're out. Get out of the room right now. Get out.
And-
you can't be a part of the conversation for saying that. It's already
Of course
over.
they're going to bring him back, right? Of course they're going to bring him
Yeah,
back
yeah, yeah.
later. But where are you going to go from there? What's your reboot going to look like? And is it going to have some familiar faces or all new faces? And it's going to be a mix.
It's going to be a mix, yeah.
It's going to be a mix.
Because that Shang-Chi 2 is happening, dude. That's happening.
Any day now.
Was it a few weeks ago? A couple of months ago? I don't know. Time's got no anymore. Simu said, yeah, second Shang-Chi still happening.
Well, it would be a huge mistake. Even if, like, what? Either they do it and it's a horrible bomb because it would make less money than the fucking first one, or they don't do it, which then it's just funny. It's funny either way.
It's funny either way.
Either way, we win.
It's not going to be good. They don't know what they're doing.
Of course it's not really good. The first one was garbage.
It was an absolute triumph pass. What are you talking about?
Save lives, dude. No way they did it.
John Campier's goodie bag said it was a triumph. God, that man's got no.
Best Marvel since the last Marvel.
Airgarage.com.
I need mana badly. I need mana again. Whoa! Attribute, grappling, nope. The enemy, nope. When I'm using a roll, no. Max shield, 220. Crit damage, oh my god, come on. Why is there a time limit on that? So I just get nothing? I get evasive special, oh my god. That I mean, it's a beta. It's a beta, but that actually needs to go. If there's feedback for that, I am definitely going to push that through. Like, that is really feels bad. Like, until you just memorize what everything is, where you don't have to read it anymore, that is kind of atrocious. Like, I would have even preferred them picking the shield one if they had the auto pick one, and they picked, well, some random shit that I didn't even ask for. Oh man, that's brutal. And this is only gonna get more difficult too. And I just don't have I don't have anything right now at all. Let's just push it all the way to level 3. Fuck it. Oh, that's frustrating, man. Now I'm reconsidering trying the new force spam because it would probably be really good here. I don't know, for whatever reason, Absolute Zero still feels strong, but not quite as strong as it should. And I don't know if there's because there's a bug right now, because I did see people saying online that there is some kind of bug right now with Absolute Zero. But I didn't actually stick around to see what the fucking bug was. Shit. I badly need some mana bricks. I'm basically just coasting on natural recovery. I might have to actually rely on this unironically. Except I'm out of ammo, which is bad. Bricks, here we go. Alright, we're back up and running. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, fuck, I'm out. Good timing on the Harris shield. Are there any blue bricks anywhere? Here we go. Now, I know I gotta pick this shit at the speed of light. Shield, move speed, no. Skill power. Fuck it. I'd rather just take that than get fucking locked out again. Let's see, where the hell are the guns? Oh no. Yeah. It's fine. Gives us something else to aim for. That's fine. $8 billion. Damage wasn't bad. And we got a decent kill count too. I might entertain the Blizzard build. See how it feels. Oh, we had another Caleb drop? Good timing. Alright. So we got options here. Oh, go disaster. Back to Leaf. Into Caleb. And we'll start with Kaz.
Okay, so it seems like there's been a lot of people discussing the recent Sykkuno kind of response to all of the kind of drama that has been going on surrounding him and cheating on his girlfriend with a bunch of smaller streamers. And you know, obviously all of this stuff came out from the Himamol Google Doc, and yeah, it turned into a pretty big situation, right? And one of the big things that came out with the Google Doc, of course, was the Mugen video, where he essentially dropped a video talking about it, and it seems like, you know, obviously it was all pre-planned, right, with you know, behind the scenes with Himamol to kind of release it at the same time. But what a lot of people started questioning was, you know, the kind of, I guess, credibility of some of the stuff that's been going on.
Glacial
with
Cloud.
Himamol claiming that
Does
they were
this
good
change?
friends, and then Mugen saying that they were only friends for a
Fusion,
little bit,
Fusion,
which ended up turning out to be like about
Fusion.
3
Oh
days.
shit!
Apparently.
It changes everything to
like,
Fusion.
they'd known
Fuck.
each other for 3 days
So
before
this is
actually
gone,
putting out
'cause this
the video on the
nerfs
Google Doc, which
Fusion.
of course then started, you know, having people questioning whether he did enough research on exactly what was going on. And of course, now people are pretty
Our
mad
focus
with the
on
whole
tech needs to
apology
go
stuff that's been
too.
coming out, especially with the fact that they're talking specifically about the girlfriend in the situation, saying that she wasn't really aware that this kind of stuff was going to be posted publicly, and that she didn't really want it to be posted publicly. And if anything, it's made it harder for her and Sykkuno to get through stuff.
Wait, this
which,
is
of
a
course,
fucking-
is not good at
Oh,
all, right? And I think it
no.
is one of these things
That's not good.
a lot of people have now started to
Do I have
kind of
any A's
see
I can
it,
move?
and,
I can move
and
this
I'm
one
not very
over.
happy
Oh,
with,
thank God.
Mugen and some others involved in the situation, right?
Okay, we're good.
And
Saved.
saying, you know, they're saying, though, no matter how broken I am, I never wanted this to be public. It deeply hurts me that I wasn't given a choice in that. So apparently she wasn't even asked, like, you know, do you want this stuff to go public? Considering she is like the, you know, proper victim within this, right? And say, or even just warned that this would be happening at all. I didn't want this. Even after the fact, I wish they would have at least checked in on me or asked me how I felt about everything, which apparently, you know, according to that statement, they didn't do, which is, yeah, very, very odd. Considering they literally made a whole, you know, video or
Shield
whatever
HP
about
infusion.
it. And yeah, very strange, right?
Crit rate.
And now, of course,
Ooh.
people have been calling that out, including, of course, Powder has been calling it out, saying, Bao, Mal, and Mugen, shame on you. You had people believing you cared about the real victim in this situation, the girlfriend. You did not care. You did this because you were selfish. You put money above the safety and well-being of the girlfriend. This isn't just internet drama. Your actions can and will screw up someone's life. The girlfriend already knew about the infidelity and chose to work through it in private, and you knew this. Were you just mad that she didn't leave him? Yet to go conclude and cause a fit for the whole public to see. You guys are nasty people, which, yeah, I mean, that's fair enough, right? I think that's very understandable,
Right,
considering that the
defense
girlfriend
scope
has now
off.
come out and said that she didn't want this public. I think, you know,
Duration,
it's fair enough.
cost,
Beforehand, we
damage.
didn't really know, right? She didn't, there wasn't really any indication,
Defense
and they didn't really
cooldown.
mention her much apart from, obviously, the fact that they told her
Shield
about everything
HP
that's going
fusion.
on. But obviously, we looked through the Bao timeline yesterday in terms of her going through her version of events and, you know, kind of what order that followed. And she talked about the fact that essentially, you know, there was this thing where something had happened with smaller creators before, and the girlfriend had been told, and Bao apparently knew about it as well. And apparently this was all going on back in like October time, obviously whenever she put out that kind of vague post, right? You know, that had been going on, right? And they planned to sort through that, right? They planned to sort through it in private on their own and just kind of you know, do whatever they can, right? And then apparently the Himamol stuff happened later on after this was already known. So essentially there was the first situation with people that were, you know, obviously, you know, getting with Sykkuno and whatever Sykkuno was talking to. Then they found out, and then the Himamol stuff happened, and then she found out again, right?
Cooldown,
So I think that is the
fusion,
kind of version of
perfect.
events, at least that I've seen, in terms of how everything is played out. And again, even then though, even if the Himamol stuff did happen after, I think you know, it's one of these things where essentially that probably shouldn't be public either. It should just be another one added onto the list of things that he has done, and if not, proves how kind of unloyal he is, because he's not done it once, he's done it twice, right? After her finding it out the first time, it seems like she found out the second time, well, he still managed to stay with her, which I think is crazy, by the way, but as I said, it's their own kind of choice at the end of the day there.
Okay, so these two do nothing
even
now.
Then, with
Cool
the
down.
Himamo stuff, I don't think that needs to be, you know, talked in like a Google Doc sense. All they needed to do was talk to the girlfriend and say, hey, this has happened, and this has happened since you found out about the other stuff. Do with that what you will, right? And essentially say, yeah, you know, you could use this information and you know, break up with him, whatever, or you can not use it.
So
and,
wait,
you know, try to still work on things despite that, even though he is still continuing this behavior later on down the line. Because I don't think anybody's arguing that
That's a lot of health to lose, a lot of HP to lose.
You know, weirdo for just like doing this, right? I think everybody agrees with that. It's just more so how the kind of content and stuff.
So
that
now with
been made
this,
from it,
do I still
has,
have?
kind
Okay, so
of
the cooldown
affected
still
things,
matters.
right? As well, we got some people talking about it, including the Dark Conjurer, saying, so let me get this straight. Sykkuno's girlfriend finds out her partner of 5 years is a cheater, devastated, but handles it privately and works through the entire relationship. Enters Bao, Mal, and Mujin. Bao knew about the infidelity for months. Instead of being a normal human and telling the victim directly, and vague tweets about predators to farm engagement, and OMG T replies. They act as the behind-the-scenes gossip ringleader to validate your own moral superiority. The Mao aggressively slides into a bigger creator's DMs, finds out he's a liar and a cheater. Instead of blocking him and moving on, writes a 40-page Google Doc thesis, tries to weaponize your smaller creator status to farm standard scummy cheating as some grand exploitative power dynamic. Mujin sees a private relationship scandal, smells the sweet scent of ad revenue, and the Sykkuno files clicked. Speedrun a highly edited hit piece video throwing around predator labels to appease the algorithm. Don't even bother giving the actual victim a heads up or asking them for her consent. Force her trauma onto the public stage, completely removing her agency. Unfollow the accusers right after the drop to pretend you're an objective journalist and not just a drama farmer. And then read the girlfriend's actual statement. She's literally terrified. Her reality is shattered, and her nightmare was put fully on display and used for profit. She explicitly says that she wasn't given a choice or checked in on by the saviors involved. These three tried to play the white knight heroes protecting the community. All they did was nuke an innocent woman's mental health for a week of relevance and community validation. Mujin, for the love of God, take down the video if you actually care about the real victim in this story. Which obviously, yeah, a lot of people have been asking him to take it down, right? Which I do think, you know, that's fair enough, right? Because there has been a lot more information that has already come out by that. And, you know, it's not even necessarily, right, talk about the information within the video.
Oh,
it's
you
more
have to
so
double
that, you know, this
here.
girlfriend clearly doesn't want her
And then
kind of information on this to be
Hunters,
public,
these
right?
don't matter.
And
So you
I
had
know it's
double
like one of these things
HP
where
here.
essentially, yes, at the end of the day,
I have double
it
HP
is one of
again.
these
Why is
things
my
that,
shit
you
so
know, has
low?
now become public. It's got like 2 million views or whatever. So it's really not going to like leave the internet now.
So you want
but obviously
Hunter
some people are
on
asking,
sensor
for it
and
to, you know,
processor.
get taken down now.
Hunter sensor and
again, lots of people
processor.
have been discussing that. There's also been this entire meme thing of people doing voices of the Google, not the Google, the response, including the actual voice actor of Deku here. Right.
I would like to apologize to everyone I have disappointed. Most of all, to my girlfriend. I am so...
Yeah, it's crazy. So there's been a lot of people been making fun of that response because, of course, I think everybody still thinks that Sykkuno, you know, completely messed up in the fact that, you know, all of this stuff that has been going on, right, in terms of the cheating and, you know, people aren't on his side, but people are also not on the side of the people that have kind of made these public statements when a lot of this stuff was being handled privately. And I think that is the main point that people were driving home now is the fact that, you know, they wanted it to stay private. And now it
Why
seems
is my
like that
HP
can't
so
be the
much
case.
higher on?
And you know, if anything, it's made it worse. And you know, now people like Powder and you know,
It's
more
weird.
people
My
are
shit is
calling out
20K on the other
Nugent,
spec, but
who,
on
of
this one
course,
it's
was
not.
the one who made the video that made this, you know, extremely
Did I
public.
switch
Of course,
something?
the kind of Google
No.
Doc by you know, Himamol was also you know, gaining a ton of traction without that video anyways. So you know, also Himamol as well. It's one of these things where yeah, it blew up. A lot of people got attention from it, and yeah, a lot of people are not happy because they don't want to see You know, all these people commenting on their own personal kind of.
It might
private
behoove me
stuff,
to
right?
take one of these
But
fucking
yeah,
modules
that
that
is
has
essentially all
HP
there is
on
for
it.
this situation. I just kind of wanted to cover it because, again, there's been a lot of backlash heading towards Mugen's way
Defense
lately,
cooldown,
even
don't need
more
it.
so than, you know, the last time, especially after
HP
this response,
Fusion,
right?
it's just-
The
so
response
this
has
one looks a
definitely
lot
kind of
more
increased
appealing now by
the amount of
default.
backlash. And yeah, it seems very, very
MP
interesting
Tech,
to see.
no.
But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this
Singular,
video, don't forget
no.
to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there.
This is her
Definitely
other
checking
one.
it out. And yeah, see you guys
Cooldown
in the next
fusion
one.
defense.
That's all. See ya.
Tech. Shit. I hate using one that has a blue. So this one specifically has 6 resets on it. HP fusion. Let me see if I can get something better. Right now, let me throw that on by default. Wait, no, I can't throw it on. It doesn't have the right letter. And she doesn't have a reset. That's another problem. Shit. Readjust. So that one already has a check to let me know that I'm using it, which is great. I appreciate that. 6 reset one. This one stays put. So we want to work on all the other ones. So if I do this, does it re-roll the letter potentially too? It stays in M. Tech. Singular, singular. It stays in M. Okay. So that's already a problem. So let's look at I have a C and an A. If I want to use this right now, it has to be one that has a C and an A. So this guy up here. Yeah. You've been elected. So now I need HP, skill power, HP, skill power, and basically anything else. Those are the 2 main ones. I want HP and skill power. Range, no. Let's keep it. Oh, that's juicy. Duration doesn't, I don't think that matters. Duration, fusion, no. Cost, fusion, duration, no. I need HP. If I would have got a red HP, I would have lost it. There we go. Tech, no. Fuck. Chill. Oh, another red. Fusion, max shield. Damn, this is... Oh, God. If this max shield... If this purple max shield would have been HP, this would have been the God roll right here for what I need. I missed it by 1, man. That's kind of upsetting. What's this? Skill cost, defense, crit rate. That's the only C I have. What was the other letter I said? So right now that one's looking like it's in the lead, and then an A. I need an A. So I can re-roll this, because I'm not going to use this. Cost, cooldown, tech, no. Let me reset this too. This is getting expensive. Let's keep going.
What's up, space pirates? This is your admiral, the supremely savage Dr. Disaster, and the PlayStation Live Service catalog over the past few years
Crit, fusion,
has
tech,
been one
no.
of the most
I need
beautiful
HP. Yeah, I had a feeling.
calamities
Okay,
in
I'll be
the
right back.
gaming industry.
Okay.
It's the kind of self-inflicted error stemming from stupidity that you simply cannot help but mock. The thing is that other than Helldivers 2, pretty much none of their live service games has been successful. Infamously, Concord lost Sony hundreds of millions of dollars unless Marathon suddenly becomes very popular and starts selling millions and millions of units. Well, unless
another
that happens,
red
they're going to
fuck
lose
attack
hundreds
now.
of millions of dollars on that as well. They have had numerous
Damn, they're not giving me HP.
live service games that they apparently put a lot of effort
Skill
into,
cost cooldown.
including a Last of Us title that was about 80% complete before it was shut down. But that has not stopped
I could
Sony
also
from planning
substitute
more live service slots.
if I have a cooldown
a Horizon
fusion. This
being
also
released
could be good.
sometime soon that they just announced
Let's
a
go with
few
this
months
one.
ago, which looks like crap and was
So
destroyed.
I just thought about it because if I remove cooldown, if I take off a cooldown module somewhere and just use the ancestor module to replace it to get the same thing, I could actually just plug in an HP, an actual HP mod in that open slot, and then that'll be problem solved right there.
In its reveal trailer, and then of course there's Fair Games, one
Oh,
of the darkest games imaginable, where the good guys
There it
you
is.
play as
Red
are
fusion,
lefty
gold
thieves
HP, gold,
who
purple,
steal from
perfect,
rich people
done.
and apparently fight each other while doing so.
What?
No, all right. I know that sounds bad.
The really ridiculous thing about Fair Games is the fact that
I can't
it's
believe
to
I got
keep on
that. It
existing
actually
while
fucking
Blue
dropped.
Point Games, the studio
HP,
who
MP
made a
fusion,
series of
perfect,
great
done.
remasters and remakes which people really enjoyed. That studio got shut down for economic reasons. Haven Studios, the developing studio of Fair
16.
was
It's better than what it was
formed in
before.
2021, and they have
We'll
not
take it,
done
though. Fuck
a
it.
single thing
It is what it
besides
is.
their work on Fair Games. The trailer for this game for Fair
Get rid of
Games
a higher
that is,
in
as you
actual-
can
in
see
actual
here,
gameplay,
was
340,
ratioed
cooldown
about as
still
bad
maxed.
as it can be. It was received so poorly that seemingly the founder and head of the studio was removed from her position last year, and yet the game persists.
Wait,
because
if this is
Sony
all
clearly
fusion,
has no
hang on. I
idea
just thought
what
about
the hell
something.
they are doing.
This is all fusion.
But it seems like Sony
That means Blue Beetle's back on the
solution to
table.
this problem of people not wanting to play Fair Games is to make it a free-to-play extraction shooter. That's right, folks. The cautionary examples of flops like Highguard and Marathon were not enough for PlayStation to learn their lesson at this point, as Sony closes down studios left and right while releasing dog shit
Using
games
Fusion,
like Fair
yep.
Games. Well, when it
There
comes
goes the
to
crit problem
figuring
solved.
out what gets to survive and what gets canceled under the PlayStation umbrella,
all the
to me,
fusions,
it all really
31s.
seems like
Blind, stupid, simple, doodah, clueless.
So is that everything? I think it is. I think it is. What do I have here? MP.
All right, me hearties. We are
HP
going
is
to
low.
look at
Pain
this
suppression?
news
No,
about
we don't want
PlayStation
that. Take
apparently
that off.
deciding that
Give
the
us a
solution
shield.
to all of Fair Games'
then
problems
cooldown.
is to just turn it into a
don't really
free-to-play
need cooldown.
extraction
Is
shooter.
there anything else?
Imagine the gall that it takes to
Crit.
create a game like this, where the whole
Move
premise
speed,
is that it is
range,
progressive
skill
whining
costs.
about how
You need something
evil
here.
rich people are, and how it is
And skill power.
justifiable
Yeah, fuck it.
that
We'll
a
just
bunch
stick
of
with the
armed
easy one.
robbers take things from them, and yet the corporation that made this game is clearly going to be leaning into a series of microtransactions in
Alright,
order
so
to
in the
fleece
meantime,
people
though,
out
I
of
need to
money.
make some space.
The level of irony there is off the charts, and the worst
Dismantle.
part is that at PlayStation they
So
obviously
those
just
two
don't
have
see
checks
it.
on them
They are
because
so
they're taken up.
clueless about
So we
the
erased
optics
all
of
the
their
other
game
ones.
that they just do not understand what normal people see when they see a game like this coming out, proving that the makers of it are the out-of-touch, rich idiots that they are suggesting deserve to be stolen from. Anyhow, this Fair Games news comes to us from this article here from Insider Gaming, which I will link in the description. It says here, documents sent to Insider Gaming indicate that Haven Studios' upcoming multiplayer game Fair Games will lean into the extraction shooter genre with a dedicated game mode. The game, which was revealed in 2023, has sparked several rumors and reports about its development troubles, notably issues with the studio's ability to find the fun
All right,
factor.
let's do a
no
test.
shit. Of course it isn't fun. It was conceived of back in
Let's go to
2021
Axiom.
at right about the peak of wokeness, and these people didn't have fun in mind when they designed it. They wanted to preach at us, and they thought we were going to lap that shit up, but now it looks like somebody at the studio played Arc Raiders and decided that extraction shooters are the way to go. But I've got to say, drastically changing the focus of a game this many years into development is a really bad sign. That tells me that they didn't have an actual coherent vision for the gameplay. Instead,
Oh,
it
that's
really was just
interesting.
aesthetic, a vibe, if you will, that got these people motivated to make this game. Anyhow,
That's gonna
let's
take a little
read
while
some
to get
more
used
of
to.
this article. It tells us, despite those issues,
So what's
though,
the loop here?
PlayStation has continued to
You
invest
just kind of
in the
let
game with its next
everything just
playtest
float, and then
scheduled for this
the little guys
weekend.
take care of it?
The game was described in 2023 as a competitive heist experience, which didn't reveal too much about what the game would be, but in short, at least for one of the game's flagship game modes named Cargo Heist, it is basically an extraction shooter with an objective, think marathon, with a contract for those who have played. The game mode's description reads, Step 1 is apparently break in, find a vault code to gain access to the safe, collect cash, upgrade your skill set, make your
I don't know if
play,
I'm winning,
and
but I
set
hope I
to
am.
drill. The vault is breached. Be the
This is
team
like
to
really
grab the
different.
cargo, or set up your strategy to intercept it, and then
That guy
step
just
3
got
is
annihilated, and I'm not
extract.
really
The
sure
cargo
by
must be
what.
brought to the extraction site. Use the extraction device to call your ride home. If your team fails to extract cargo, use another exit to get away. So yeah, to me it sure sounds like somebody just saw Arc Raiders succeed several months ago, and somebody at Haven said, there it is guys, there is our hook. Gamers like extraction shooters, so let's do this. And yet now they have to watch in horror as they see their fellow PlayStation extraction shooter made by Bungie, a studio with a massive built-in fan base. They see that dwindle down in their player count to almost nothing, but apparently Fair Games is counting on a free-to-play model in order to entice people. It says in the article next, Fair Games has had a number of issues throughout its development, including the studio's founder Jade Raymond leaving in 2025. Reports and rumors of the game throughout its development have said that playtesters found the game not fun, which Insider Gaming understands has been a persistent problem throughout the game's development. Frankly, it doesn't bode well for the game when you consider that Bungie's last game, Marathon, has struggled to retain players despite high Metacritic reviews. One thing going for Fair Games is that the game is apparently free to play, relying
That's not
on
gonna save
in-game
it.
monetization to fund future development and cover its costs. However, initial popular games like Ubisoft's X-Defiant have proven that high player counts on a free-to-play model mean little if players aren't spending. And it's at this point that I would like to refer you to the game High Guard. If you think that Fair Games has any chance of succeeding, even with this free-to-play model, then take a good long look at how High Guard was received. And then imagine that you add the extra wrinkle of an extraction shooter and another wrinkle of it being utterly insufferably broken. And to me, this isn't a question of if it will shut down, it is a question of when. Concord was infamously shut down after only 2 weeks. High Guard lasted 6 weeks, or as I like to say, it lasted for 3 Concords. With Fair Games, I'm going to guess that it has a similar trajectory to High Guard and lasts for roughly 3
Yeah, Concord is always gonna have the throne as far as like the fastest to shut down. Nobody's ever going to take that from them. Which is why they have the honor of like everything being named after them. It's not the history you want, but it's certainly the history that you get.
Do you expect Fair Games will last when they finally release this turn?
Bro, I don't understand how the damage is coming out or anything, but it is fucking nuking.
Your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of loot.
So what was the output there? This might be perfect for Onslaught. 4.5 minutes, could have been better. 1.2 billion. But I was comfortable. I was pretty much comfortable the entire time, like no problem. Which is the bigger takeaway. Interesting. So everything comes out slower, but it hits way harder. That's very different.
Anyway, so I saw Project.
Also, I might be going to make myself a coffee pretty soon here. Not maybe now, just because the time to go do it is probably ideal now. Time is it? 1:19. Do I do the reset now? It's already been 3.5 hours. Yeah, we're gonna do the reset too then. Fuck it. I'm gonna restart my clock. Just to be on the safe side. BRB in total. BRB.